Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, and we are on at 9:20 p.m. tonight. We're on early tonight. So you're saying, where's the commander on early? Yeah, we're on early. Good to have everybody with us. And the chimes are blowing in the wind. Good to have everybody with us here. You know the commander Friday nights. If we can get on here earlier, we do. So instead of 11 o'clock at night, we're here at 9:20 in the evening on the East Coast of the United States. And you're watching the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. And we're just glad to have everybody here. Jordan, good to have you with us, Jordan. Everybody come, Jan R., Kelly, and everyone coming in here. Gary Haas. So we have some rules on this talk show. Some really good rules. When you're doing a talk show, you want to have a protocol of rules. One is you have to be over 18. Two, no foul language, no kids on the show, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics. And 007, good to see you. You're making us crazy. I still have the videos, and I've been actually catching up on answering some questions on people's videos, even all the way back from March. So we'll get there eventually, slowly but surely. Ruby, Sonia, good to see you. Tony, Cervantes, everybody coming in, welcome to the early edition of Encounters. Everybody coming in, welcome to the early edition of Encounters. Good to have you, Beatrice. Hey, Chasno, good to have you with us. Hope your dog is doing well. Annie, baby, I'm so excited that the weather's getting warmer. So I think what's going to happen, we're going to plan a sky watch in the month of May, our first sky watch here in New England of the Ashtar Command. So I'll keep you informed, but we're looking probably, we're going to look at the weather. And if we don't have any rain in this part of New England, if we can just not have any rain, we can set up a sky watch in May. So I guess April is the month for rain in New England because we've had a lot of it. So we're going to get that together. We'll let everybody know. If you're interested in coming with us to the Skywatch, I'll give you information when we get that together sometime. I'll figure that out because the weather changes here like week by week. Everything changes. We just decided to come on early. Worldwin, good to see you. Yeah, definitely. So we are here early. Join us if you're like traveling through TikTok land and saying, what's this? There's a spaceship behind somebody. What is this? This is Encounters, the early edition. And Jenna, good to see you. If you've never watched our show before, you might as well come on in, relax on your futon, your meditation pillow, your chair or whatever, on your carpet, whatever makes you comfortable, and stick around with us here tonight. That's going to be Saturday night. Friends and Fairies will be with me Saturday night. We have a lot to talk about, and she's going to be with me Saturday night on the Ashtar Command Talk, and we're going to go heavily into things that are happening with the space people, our space family. That'll be Saturday night. And hey, Ruby, good to see you. Jojo, thank you for the heart. Casper, good to see you. Everybody coming in. And we're going to get started. We have plenty of time, We got plenty of time. I'm just going to say hello to everybody. Yeah, I'm on really early tonight. I know. I'm really happy to be on early tonight. Hey, Patricia, good to see you. Ashley, good to have you. And tonight, I'm going to I've got 2 or 3 people that have wanted me to check them for implants. And one of the things we're going to do tonight is we're going to help people. Hey, Jenna. We're going to help people who have been, I'll never conform. Good to see you, brother. Gazella, good to see you. I'm needing to you. I think you were talking about implant. So the commander, I know there's at least 2 or 3 people. Am I going to stay on till 1:30? I got on earlier, so I'll probably stay on 9 till about 12 midnight. So that's a good couple hours. I'll be here for y'all for a couple hours here. Jenna, thank you for the heart. Welcome all the new people. Bazelle, Nick, Valquez. Come on in, folks. If you're scanning through TikTok, I know I do it. I scan through and I see people on. Stop right where you are. Come on in. This is Encounters. Come on in. The cosmic door is open on this talk show for you. Okay? Dream Starfire, good to see you. Joan Elliott, welcome to the show. Greetings, everybody. Matt Fozzie, welcome. And if you're a new person, just say, hey, I'm new. And I just want to say thank you for coming here. Jenna, thank you for the gifts. Casper, welcome. Faye, welcome. Just give people a background of who I am. My name is CmdrAleon. I'm a host. I'm on basically sabbatical from the station on NPR radio. I do a show called Cosmic Eye Radio. I've done it for 22 years. Hey, Joan, I'm so happy to have you here. You're going to feel right at home. Relax. Have a cup of tea, apple cider, whatever. User 661, we're definitely early. And Ascending Shaman has some more stuff going on. And he's another person I'm going to be bringing back on. You saw Ascending Shaman on the show the other night, and how the space people were working with his lighting. He had something happen after the show where potentially I have to scan him. And I think he might have had something happen, and we're going to find out what that is. So if you remember Ascending Shaman, if you were watching the show the other night, it is, I think that I downloaded it. I've got one or two shows that are not completely downloaded, I think, or maybe one show. Beatrice, good to see you. Teresa, thank you for the share. Deborah, welcome to the show. If you're a new person, tell me, hey, I'm new here to the Encounters. We're glad you found us, and you're going to be addicted to the show for 10,000 years. No, but you'll be addicted to the show, guarantee you. We're almost at 100 people. It's 75 right now. Please share, like. Also follow if you're not following me. Follow our on the thing and like. That's really important. Let's see. Alund, Drabird 723. All are all-star seeds in stasis. Yes, an absolute yes. So if you're here and you remember that you came from somewhere else, from another planetary system, your space body is alive and well in stasis on a spaceship. Absolutely correct. That's a great question. Yes. Jojo, I saw you upload the latest videos to YouTube. Yes. And I think I have one more to upload. I'll have them all uploaded, then I'll be kind of slightly backlogged, but I'll get that done with this show. This will be also Smile on 444. Hey, good to see you. Good to see everybody coming in here. Oh, the new people, Carrie, I think Lore something, a machine of the ocean, I think it is, or the machine of something. Will, welcome to the show. Yeah, she's been very busy doing a lot of mission work and going off planet. She'll be with me Saturday night. Enlightened Jess, good to see you. So you're going to have not only me on here, but you're going to have April, who is definitely been going on off planet for hundreds of times since I've known her. So if you never met April, she's a beautiful, beautiful soul, and we're going to have her on. And today is her birthday. Yep, today is her birthday. So you're going to get to see the person that I work with. We both been working very hard, getting rid of the negative ETs off the planet, and that's why on my show here, I also deal with taking out implants remotely with the palm of my hands. My father gave me that gift last year. She's going to be on Saturday night. Yeah. Yep. We'll be on Saturday night, and we're just going to kick some cosmic butt Saturday night. Between April and me, we're going to give you new information about what's going on off planet with the Ashtar Command, and that'll be Saturday night. TikTok, I think it's Poetic Heart. You're confused about what, TikTok? What are you confused about? Do starseeds age like we humans? When you're in your physical space body, they don't age like the humans do. Matter of fact, our space family, they can look to be 20 or 30 years old, and they can be 10,000, 20,000 years old. So they don't really age the way we do. It's a different vibrational pattern. Let's see here. Been seeing many more videos of people catching things, me too, in the sky, especially here in the Appalachian Mountains. Well, hey, say hello to Half Pint, my friends Mary and Ray. They've been connected with the Anunnaki for as long as I've known them. And yeah, a lot of stuff going in the mountains. Joan Elliott says, I've had some strange images of me on a ship sitting on a chair looking at a man. Joan, we're going to have you up here. I want to hear that story. Child of Light 711. I didn't know I was violated. A child of light. Who? You know, you were violated. You weren't. Were you violated by a lower vibrational ET? I'm a little bit lost on that comment. Yeah, it's about. Well, aliens don't exist, but space people do. Aliens is an Earth-based terminology by Hollywood, but essentially you have space beings that exist throughout the multiverse. TikTok. So, just to I've been a contactee since the 60s. I've seen hundreds of spaceships, figuring the decades, including up until now. So the alien thing, that's just a common word used, but basically you're talking about non-terrestrial beings, if that helps. Server, good to have you with us. You're talking about these lights. Am I talking about the lights? Can you explain? I'm going to have to bring people on here. So let me do this here and see if we can bring this person up. So TikTok, I'm going to bring you up here because I get a better indication of what's happening, and I can answer your questions more directly confines of the comment. TikTok, welcome to the show.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. When I
I'm glad to
refer
have you
to
with us.
lights, these lights that you speak of, well, you don't consider them lights. They move as fast as lights. They also, when they permit you to see, they're quite strange beings.
Are you speaking of things you've seen on your, where are you located?
Okay, the only reason why I don't want to give a lot of info is because I'm not really trustworthy with, should I say, human beings? Because put it this way, when you see things that human beings like ourselves, see, other human beings think it's not real. Maybe it's a fragment of your imagination, but I know it's not a fragment of my imagination because I've seen a lot of things, unbelievable things, put it that way, things that mankind does not believe that exists, but they do exist. Yeah,
Right, you're
I
in a
see them
safe
every
space
day.
here.
I
I
see
just want
them
to know.
every.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I see them every day, and I know. Okay, if I go somewhere, okay, because they are aware that I see, and if I go somewhere, they literally follow. Literally follow. So if I go to the east, they will move to the east. Yeah, if I go to the west, they'll go to the west. Wherever I go, they follow. And I can basically see them, whether they basically dim out, dim in. Yeah. And I have seen also balls of different types of crystals. Yeah, I've witnessed that. Yeah. I've got loads of videos and I've got loads of pictures, but I just, in other words, I want to remain anonymous in the sense that I do not trust mankind.
Mm-hmm. So do you think, and again, I'm a contactee when I was a kid in the 60s, so I can understand where you're coming from. Like if you went 30 years back in time, that might be the case with a lot of people, but you're talking in 2025 with all the stuff people are recording right here on TikTok, amazing footage of these spaceships, people getting orbs. You wouldn't have seen this 30 years ago. There would be not that momentum. I think that if you look at the society of our planet, yes, there are billions of people that are yet to waken up. But on my show, because I've been on radio and TV, it's time for people not to be afraid and to hide from sharing what they know, because disclosure is about being able to be strong in strength within and say, I've done it. I'm having these experiences. And look, I've met people like Giorgio from Ancient Aliens this past weekend. I've met Nick Pope, who I know from England, who was with the Ministry of Defense. He knows me. there are people out there now that weren't there 30 years ago. And the reason why my show is as big as it is for the last 3 years is because I give people a place not to be afraid. And we don't
Okay.
allow for people to do the thing like making fun of people for the fact that they are documenting these things.
Okay. Well, I'll share. I'll share two things with you, yeah, and I'll leave it to your audience and yourself to know if it's fictional or it's real. So for me, when it first started, I was just taking an evening walk. And in taking that evening walk, I just managed to see this light. At first, I thought it was a star, and I managed to see it just above the tip of a house. Yeah, so you can just imagine the roof. And just above the roof, I noticed this light. So I decided to take out my phone, which we all do nowadays, and I thought, oh, I'm going to film this because this is really weird. Why is a star so low down? So I kept on walking, and by the time I walked to the end of my road and I looked up, it was already in the middle of the road.
Oh,
So
wow.
again, I took a picture of it, but then I saw it spin like a 360. It just spin. So
Wow.
obviously, in my fear, I ran into my courtyard. Yeah, because I thought, no, this is not real. There's no way a star could spin like this. So then I started to video it. So it stood right in the middle of my courtyard
Hmm.
and allowed me to video. But then when I was videoing it, it kept spinning. It kept going from a little, sort of like a little light into a huge light and kept
Right.
spinning. After that now, a couple of days after, it just kept turning back up in my courtyard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ever since that now, yeah, I noticed them. I started to notice them like about, they'll come out 6 o'clock in the evening. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to video this because I can't be the only person within my jurisdiction that is seeing this. So when I video it, yeah, this might shock everyone. That particular light came out of nowhere, out of
Hmm.
nowhere.
Hmm.
And while I'm videoing it, it literally, for example, when aeroplanes were passing, first it would look like a light, yeah, and as soon as the aeroplanes came close, yeah, it
A
literally
shapeshifted.
shape shifted into an aeroplane. I've got a video of
Really?
it. Yes, I've got a video of it, but as I said, there are many things I don't really want to, how you call it,
Let me ask you a
apart.
question. So I
Yeah.
want you to know definitely. I know where you're coming from completely, but I want you to know not only is this a safe place, my show has been a big show for 3 years on here on TikTok. I came
Mm,
from my daughter got me involved in this. I heard about TikTok. I was sort of thinking it was a bunch of kids, and I learned it wasn't. It wasn't teenage. It was just there were all these
mm.
different dynamics. So this is a place where you can go on your camera here. I'd love if you have that. If you can you show that on here, people are not going to make fun of you. They're going to be
I've got,
impressed with.
okay, I'll put it this way. I have been investigating this since almost a year, coming up to 2 years now. So when I mean
Wow.
I have loads of pictures, loads of
Yeah,
videos, I've got a lot, yeah. And I'll have to go through all of, well, ooh, I've got
I know
so
you
much.
got a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I have even a picture, and I don't even know how I managed to get that or how my camera managed to pick it up.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, of a little bean. Yeah, of a little bean. Unbelievable. I have captured a little bean. I thought my eyes were just, I thought, wait, this can't be real what I'm picking up.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I've got it. Yeah.
Did you say you picked up a little being like a space being?
Yeah, I have.
Can you,
I
can you
have.
tell us what the space being looked like?
Okay. So, okay, let me see how I can explain it to you. Yeah. To me,
Hmm.
right?
Can I bring you,
And
by the way, can I bring you on camera? I have
no, no, I don't. That's the
no
problem.
camera.
Yeah,
Okay.
please. Yeah, the only reason why, yeah, like I say, I have family members and I have obviously thing and I don't really want to I never wanted to put myself out there. Yeah, it's just that I'm trying to understand. Yeah, the reason why I've come onto your live is because I'm trying to understand what I'm actually witnessing or you see what I'm saying or experiencing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want problems, if you know what I
Are you are
mean.
you are you looking for answers to what's happening to you?
Yeah, because
Okay.
okay, so let me explain. I'll come back to the bean and
Yeah, I want to
I'll
know.
yeah, I'll give you what it looks like. But the other thing that was weird is I was literally where my bedroom is. I could see through. It's at the front. Yeah, so I could see a lot of things window wise. Okay,
Hmm.
and one day I happened to notice, yeah, something that came close to my window and it looked like a ball of all sort of different lights. They were like red, green, yellow, blue, yeah, in a ball. Yeah, and it just came straight at my window. So what I did is I got up and I thought, no, I can't be seen. This is no, this can't be real. Yeah. So what I did is I just went to my window and I shut the window. Okay. The curtains. I shut the curtains. So because I thought, no, this can't be real what I'm seeing. Yeah. But apart from that, I took a picture. Yeah, I was taking a picture of the light. So this is the other weird thing. I was taking a picture of the light. And when I took a picture of the light through the window, yeah, and I looked at it after, there was a tall figure. This is no lie because the picture could prove it. There was a tall figure standing. I don't know if it was standing on the outside of the window or it was behind me. Yeah.
Hmm.
So picture yourself taking a picture through a window. Yeah. And you're taking a picture of whatever you are seeing. And all of a sudden, it's like a reflection behind you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I gotcha.
that's what my camera picked up. It was this tall beam. It looked like it was about 7 foot, 6 or 7
Seven.
foot tall.
Let me ask you a question. I got to break in here to ask you questions because I have so many questions as you're talking. So this tall being, I know my audience would like to know this. Can you tell me, visually what the tall being looked like? Our audience, can you tell us
Okay.
what they looked like or what it looked
Yeah.
like?
Okay. So from my picture that I have, because remember, your camera, yeah, basically picks up what your eyes can't literally 100% see. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Yeah, right. So from the picture that I have, yeah, it it was like a dark, it was like tall, like I say, 7 feet, yeah, and on top on the head, it looked like if it had two things on the head, but
Hmm.
not horns. Don't get me wrong, it didn't look like horns. Yeah, right. It just looked like two things on the head.
Was it like a device on the head or something else
Yeah, yeah. Well, something like that. I don't know what it was like, but it looked probably like that to me from my picture.
from your picture?
Yeah.
I take it you're in Jamaica.
No, I'm not. And I'm not going to disclose where I am either.
I mean, if you, I know you're being very, somewhat secretive, and one of the things is, if I ask somebody like what country you're in, if there's 10 million people in the country, you can say you're in Scandinavia. And you don't have to tell us specifically where you are, but where what part of the world are you located in?
Europe.
Europe, okay.
Yeah.
England?
No,
Not England. What country
no,
can you say?
no, I don't want to say.
You can't say what country. I never had
Yeah.
a person on the show that was not able to say they're in Sweden, they're not in Greenland.
I know.
Uh,
As I said to you, I think the reason why I just don't want to do it, yeah, is because, as I said to you, I hold a lot of videos and pictures. When I mean a lot, I mean a lot. Yeah,
Right.
a lot. I even have pictures of, now this is where it's going to sound even more crazy. I have
Nothing's
pictures of
nothing's crazy on
crafts.
here. Go ahead.
Okay, I have pictures of crafts,
Yeah, the
literally
spaceships.
crafts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I call them advanced technology. That's what I say.
right.
Yeah.
Do you know? I know you're new to the show. Do you know that how many times people, including myself, we show video footage from all over the world that people bring on here? They come on live and they're showing what they've recorded, the orbs, the spaceships. We've done this for 3 years.
Yeah, and I
People do
have
that.
yeah, and I have pictures of the orbs, which, well, I have one that I took recently as well. Yeah,
Hmm.
where at the end of the day, to me, when I look at them, they look like silver things.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, they look silver. Yeah, and I've seen them. Yeah, literally, I could see them. I
So
don't know
so
why.
put it.
I
Let me
could
put it
see
this
them.
way: How are we going to get to? How are we going to have a world where we are going to have truth in our planet, where people are not going to be afraid to show what they know when we already have the governments of the world have for 70 years since I was a kid covering up the existence of life elsewhere in the universe, not just in
Mm.
this universe. I mean, so if we're going to be afraid, and we document things and we record things and say, I got all this stuff here that I'm keeping to myself. How does that help push forward the idea of what we want, which is to have disclosure of the truth, which I'm all about being a contactee. I saw the space people in a cul-de-sac when I was a kid before TikTok existed, before we
Mm.
had all this social media. And I kept it to myself back then because back then there was not that kind of thing we have now. We have a world where you can talk to people all over the world. You can meet people in Russia and other countries and have a conversation. If we are going to be recording things, having pictures of space beings, and our cameras are catching them, what good is all that information being stuck into a camera if it's not going to be exposed for the
Oh no,
truth that is needed to be heard?
yeah, I listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah. And
Hmm.
I realize you seem as though somebody who at the end of the day, yeah, wants to be help people like myself understand.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with other people, yeah, who do not like, in other words, you want to live in an illusion. Yeah. You want to keep lying to society, yeah, when obviously truth in itself is revealing itself. I like I said, I didn't believe in these things. Do you understand me? I am a normal, well, I'm like every one of y'all. I just live my life. You understand me? I didn't expect to see or to be a witness. Neither at the end did I expect these things to follow me everywhere I go. Yeah, this was not my intention. I was I was just born to live life, yeah, like everybody else. You see what I'm saying? I never thought that things that you used to think was myth, yeah, you would have had a part to play in it. I never thought that. Yeah, I remember once telling this same scenario to someone very close to me, and the first thing they will said to me is, "How did you get into the spiritual realm?" Yeah, and I thought to myself, "What are you talking about? I'm a normal human being minding my own business, and I never expected these things to show up." Yeah, I never expect them to show up, nor to follow me, nor at the end of the day to show me things like, for
right.
example,
Right, but
crafts shape shifting.
let me stop you as host of the show because I'm hosting it. You're my guest. I want to try to ask you questions, and
Please.
I want you in order to understand what's happening here. I've had people on here that have had contact constantly with that call star people, space beings, people that are from other
Yeah,
worlds. They've actually physically gone on ships. The fact that you're having all this happen to you, to
yeah,
all of us watching this, and my audience, it is important and the only thing I can say is until you can cross over that bridge because you haven't done that yet. Until you can
No,
cross
I
over that
haven't
bridge.
because listen, I'm telling you, literally, yeah. If I go to visit a friend, yeah, this is how crazy it is, yeah. But don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid, yeah, because I've seen some strange things, yeah, that I thought I would never be able to see in my lifetime. And I think I'm just not afraid. I could tell you of so many things, yeah, that I
Right.
have
But the
seen.
thing, but even though you tell us the things, the most important thing you can do is cross over the bridge at some point. And that point is not just record and document things for yourself. What good is
Mm,
that if it's all kept to yourself? What's the point of recording it and documenting it? You see, if I had a spaceship outside my house here in New England right now, you better believe that I'd be recording it and showing to hundreds of people what I'm seeing. Because why? Because they should know that information. We're not supposed to be the ones documenting things and holding it into ourselves and being afraid to share it because we're afraid other
okay,
people are going to laugh at us, right? Am I correct?
yeah. But
So
it's not
when
only that, yeah, it's not only that. Listen, I don't know why these things are showing me a lot of things. Yeah.
because you're a star seed, because you're probably connected to some civilization beyond Earth. That's why you're having
Really?
contact. If if
Okay,
if,
so let me
if you're
ask you
having
another
that,
question. I'm
yes,
about to ask you another question. Do you believe in portals?
I know they exist. Galactic portals, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And do you know that all over, whether it be Europe, America, wherever you are, there are actually portals that are opening, and these beings are coming out of different dimensions.
I know that. I know. Let me tell you something. I know about all the galactic portals. I know that there's in the Bermuda Triangle openings where spaceships come in. There are space cities in our oceans. There's things that I know because you're new here. You don't know that. I know a lot of
Yeah,
things. So, and because I do, that's why I'm pushing back at you to say, at least, get the courage up. If not tonight, some night, come on here
yeah.
and at least show something because that's what you need to do. This is how I'm going to
Okay,
help you.
okay then. Yeah, that's fair enough. What I will do is I'll look through all my evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'm about to, once I've built up that courage, yeah,
Yeah.
and also it's about trusting as well. Yeah, I think I'll probably shock you and the audience of what I've captured, because
Well,
not
that's what we want.
even,
That so the next time you come up, I want
yeah,
you. You're always welcome here. I want you to watch the show, get used to what we do here, and you'll see how I operate as host. I've been in media for a lot of years, radio and TV.
yeah.
You'll see because I'm a contactee. I'm not going to be laughing at my people that come up here who are watching the show. I'm going to be here to pull you forward and try to get information. I ask questions. I was a
Okay,
news director for a station, so my personality is that yeah, I'm going to ask you questions. Yeah, I'm going to push you to tell us, not just tell us a story, but if you've got stuff that's documented, by all means, I want people to see at least something because that
okay.
shows
No,
that
no,
not only
that's
can you,
fine.
yeah,
I can, I can do that. So the other question, yeah, I need to ask is, so when you start witnessing, you yourself, when you started to witness, um, all these things, yeah, did you also at the end of the day seen all sorts of other strange beings as well?
no, I didn't see strange beings. When I was a kid, before I was a teenager in the 1960s, I went upstairs from being in the kitchen. My mother, father, my grandmother, and my brother were downstairs. I had no reason to go upstairs. We lived in a
Mm,
cul-de-sac in Long Island when I was a kid in New York, and it was a suburban neighborhood. I went upstairs. It was nighttime. Go to my brother's room, open the wooden blinds, and there's a spaceship with tall men and women that look just like us in blue
mm,
and golden lined spacesuits. And then what I consider the young adults, they're kids. And what happened was I looked at them and they were telepathic, and I felt the immense pouring of love coming from them in the ship. That ship was
mm,
there, and I went downstairs, tried to get my family upstairs. Nobody came up. Go back, the ship is still there. It's still
yeah.
there. It had it, and the thing is, so I have no fear of anything. I'm here.
Mm,
I woke up years ago. I woke up to the fact that I wasn't from here. I know where I'm
yeah.
from. I'm a starseed. I know that I came from Mars. I'm a starseed. I know that I have a
Okay.
family that's on a spaceship. They're physical. Two sisters, a brother, a mother, and a father. I know
Yeah.
that to be true. I was
Well,
given the
I thought,
ability by my space father to take out implants on my radio, on my show here. So yeah, you asked me a
okay.
question. I'm just throwing that all out to you because you asked me the
Yeah.
question. I have no fear of sharing anything because that's what I'm here to do on this show.
Mm. No, no. Well, I'll be honest with you, yeah. Like everybody else, we as human beings, we have fear, yeah. But I think, personally speaking, ever since seeing that, yeah, and noticing a lot of strange things that you thought you only read in books or, or saw in movies, I'll be honest with you, no, I don't. Put it this way, I don't fear, yeah, anything anymore, to be honest, because I've seen some strange things, yeah, that, to be honest with you, I think if you was to put it this way, between what I see and man, yeah, I think, personally speaking, no, I don't fear man anymore. Neither do I fear the things that I see. To be honest with you, I think because from what they have shown, well, I don't even know if I should call them they, because I don't even know what it is. Like I say, I'm just trying to get
Let me explain.
answers.
Let me slow you down for a minute. I gotta slow you down. I'm gonna, yeah, because you had a lot of questions and I can read energy. So
Yeah,
they are space beings. They are space beings. They could be space
yeah,
people. In
they're
essence, I'll
space
just use
beings.
in your case, they
Okay.
are space beings because you obviously don't know who they are, but I
Yeah.
can tell you that they are space beings. They're
Okay.
from
Thank
other
you.
planetary systems. Yes,
Yeah.
and myself included, even though I'm a human being, I'm actually I can operate in human consciousness and I can operate
Mm,
in space consciousness. So what's space
mm,
consciousness? Space consciousness is that my body, my space body, is on a spaceship in stasis. You know what stasis
mm.
is? You
No,
know what
sorry,
stasis
no,
is?
no.
Stasis is so, for example, the reason why you're being followed by these beings and these spaceships is I'm pretty sure that you're connected with them as what we call a starseed. Do you know what a starseed is?
I've heard about it only on TikTok.
TikTok. Well, a starseed, it's not only TikTok, but a starseed is somebody who came here from another planet into the human experience. A starseed is somebody who is got a space body on a ship that's alive and well, but their consciousness came to a physical human form, and so that is a star seed. And then the star seed, which is in the human consciousness, gets to go back, if they so choose, to their body on a spaceship that's in stasis. So the body on stasis is a living body that's taller than the human body that we exist in, but it is a body that exists. For example, I'm pretty sure that you have a space body off planet somewhere. That's a living space body that's taller than your human body that you're in now. You're not, you're what you're, even though you've documented almost 2 years of stuff, what you're going to
Yeah.
need to do, you don't need to do anything, but I'm suggesting what you need to do is start sharing on the show here some
Okay.
of your video footage, maybe a
Yeah.
photo, do it, whatever you feel comfortable with, but that's the way you're going to come out of this thing. And when you start sharing it, part of your whole thing is to show us what you have, because when everybody shares what they have, that makes disclosure and truth, cosmic truth, much more revealing than if we don't do anything. If we don't do
Yeah.
anything and we just keep all our photos and stuff, I mean, if we all just kept everything we know to ourselves, we're going to get nowhere. We're going to have no disclosure. We're going to have no cosmic truth. The only way we're going to have cosmic truth if we move forward, and that's why I do this show, because I want to draw people out. Part of who I am is, yeah, I want to draw you out. I want to bring you on here because I want you to share your story. I want you to tell us what's going on. I want you to share if you're in England, if you're in Greenland somewhere, up in a mountain somewhere that you had a spaceship land and space people came out. I want to know that. I want to know that.
Okay.
I'm going to push for that every single time I'm on here. I'm going to push
Yeah.
people to come forward, not be, you don't have to be afraid of anything. You just have to be open enough to share and realize that you have a community here on my show from all over the world that has been here. Many of these people on here have shared their stories. Many of them were in places where they weren't sure whether they were able
I
to
do.
share. You know what
I
I
do
mean?
share them. Okay, put it this way. So I do share them on TikTok.
You
I
do.
do. Yeah, I do. I and also when other people basically started to see them, because obviously I wasn't sure what it was, I used to think, and I'm going to be honest, yeah, I used to say that no, they're demons, or yeah, because I basically at the end of the day, I'm spiritual, yeah. So I'm going to come out and say it, yeah. I believe in the creator, right? So when I
Right.
started to see, yeah, when I started to see them and had no understanding, yeah, I would say no, they are demons, yeah, because of the fact of how they some of them look, you see, right?
Okay.
So
So
yeah, so
okay,
I
so being spiritual is has a lot of definitions. So for example, there's a
yeah,
thing called earth-based 3D world spirituality, which is the 3D. If you
yeah,
see something and then they are space beings, if you and you have seen these beings,
yeah,
before I go, I want to bring some other people up here tonight, but if
yeah.
you've seen these beings, do you know what kind of field are you afraid of them? Do they give off a negative energy? What's going on with that?
Okay, so because I've seen a lot,
Right.
okay,
So, but that's a very specific question, though. The question
yeah,
is what you have seen physically, not just ships, the
I've seen,
physical beings.
okay, so what I've seen, yeah. But you see, I'm not afraid. That's the thing about it. I don't know what it is, but the first time when I saw just the light and how it was, and then I start seeing the crafts, that was a bit of a shock. Yeah, because as I said, I remember once I was taking one and I wouldn't move. Yeah, I wouldn't move at all. I saw it coming. Yeah, I could even tell you the noise. It's like, even if they are up there, I could, for some reason, I keep saying to close relatives, I said, you hear sometimes, yeah, you think it's a helicopter, yeah, you think it sounds like a helicopter, or you may think, oh, it's a plane passing by, right?
Mhm.
I don't get that. Do you see what I'm saying? I know the
Well,
difference
I
between,
completely get it. So, are
I know
you?
the
So
difference.
here's the question. Forgetting the ships for a moment, then I'm going to move on because I want to bring other people up
Yeah,
here who
yeah,
are
go
waiting
ahead.
too. I want to ask you one last question.
Yeah,
The beings, when they appear to you, the short one, the
I am
tall
not
one,
afraid.
you're
No,
not afraid. Do
no.
they give off negative energy to you or
There
positive
are
energy?
some, there are some that gives off negative energy.
Okay.
Some, yeah.
Okay.
And there's some that doesn't give out negative
Right.
energy.
So you're getting, so here's what's happening with you. You're getting both ends of it. You're getting lower vibrational ETs and you're probably getting positive vibrational ETs. What we're going to have to figure out is the next time I have you up here, I want to be able to scan you to see what's going on because I have the ability to scan people remotely from anywhere in the world with the
Okay.
palm of my hands. When I scan you, if there's anything going on, not only that, I can clear the energies. And if there are negative ETs, that are actually interacting with you, I can get rid of the negative ETs in like a couple of minutes. I can do
Oh,
that.
excellent. Yeah.
All right, I can do that. You know,
Yeah.
so I've read your energy enough to know the next time you're on here, we're going to do a scanning of you on your physical and on your mental area, and we're going to find out what's happening with you. But the way we're going to do
Excellent.
this, I'm going to have your trust to come on camera. You're going to have to next time trust me
Okay
that
then.
when you come on camera, that's the way I need to scan people. I've done it without them doing that, but I need to scan you on camera. Just the physical face, I'll be able to scan you, and I guarantee you, if there's something going on, they're negative ETs. I will get them totally out of your environment forever, completely
Yeah.
forever.
Okay then. Yeah, because that would be great actually, because as I said, I've seen both sides.
Yeah, I know you have. I'm
Yeah.
very so. I want to thank you for coming up here.
You're
We'll
most
do
welcome.
something with you another night, and we're going to scan you another night, and we're gonna clarify a lot of things in the energy in your environment.
Yeah. And if you want, you could go on my posts and you will see a lot of them. Yes, some of them that I've put up, but I
Yeah,
haven't disclosed the ones that you could actually close up, the ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think you're gonna need to do that for people to examine that and not be afraid to do that. And this has come from somebody who's been in this thing for a lot of years. So TikTok, I
Mm.
want to thank you for coming up here
You're
and sharing at
welcome.
least a little bit of yourself.
Oh, thanks a
Thank you
lot. You
so
helped
much.
me reveal, you helped me get a lot off of my chest as well,
Oh,
because
good,
I was
good.
just keeping a lot of it to myself.
Yeah, it's not good to keep it in yourself. So I'm glad I pulled you out a little bit here, and
Yeah, thank you.
we'll definitely, next time I have her on, we're gonna have her on camera, and we're gonna pull her out more, and we're gonna scan her, and it'll be good. So I thank you, TikTok, for being here.
Well, thank you. Thanks.
All right, all right, sister. Let me bring her
Take
down.
care.
And that was, you know, that's the way I do things is out of love. So if I can draw the person out more, that's what I was doing with her. And she, from the beginning, she was not ready to do that, but now she knows she can do it here, and that's a beautiful thing. Um, oh, interesting, Drew. I don't have to check her out. Everybody, check it out. Now, where's the person there's a person here. I got to go back. Who said she had contact? I think it was. There was a woman that came in here. I saw her profile who has had contact. You're watching Encounters. We're on early tonight, everybody. Welcome to the show. We got on around 9:15. Hey, good to see you, Johnny of the Third Kind. Good to see you, brother. Hey, everybody. Let's see. Where's this person? And if you want to be interviewed here, please come in queue. Thank you for the sharing. I'm going to go backwards here, see if I can find that person. If you're hearing like wind chimes, it's because it's windy. Let's see. I'm going to go back more. And let's see. Who was the person that had contact? There was a woman in here earlier. Oh, here it is. Uh, I'm going to go backwards. I think here she is. Here we go. Let's see if she's still on here. Come on. I'm getting, okay. Oh, bummer. Spirit, I think it's delete X or something. Spirit, Spirit melanated, I think it is. Delete X. If you're still here, come on up. Are you still here? Is that person, Delete X, still here with us on Encounters? I can't believe we're under 200 people tonight. That's pretty crazy. It's only 10 o'clock, 1:50. Now let's please share, like, and FYP. We're going to be on till 12 midnight. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, brother. Hello, Rudy, and everybody coming in here. Please share and like. FYP. Grandma03, welcome, Sylvia. Good to have you with us. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being shadow banned by TikTok or whatever. We usually have a couple hundred people on here when I get on here. Starlight, good to have you back with us. Starfire, FYP, everybody. Palladian. Hey, Susan Mary, good to see you. Kristen Burrito, good. Puerto Rico, good to have you with us. Yvette, let's see here. Thank you for the roses. Good to have everybody coming in. And thank you. Good, thank you, Starfire. Let's see. So I want to also do some Catman, like your background. Thank you, Catman. I appreciate it, brother. JC Essence, thank you for the roses. David O, welcome to the show. If you're new here, tell me you're new. And I'm, again, welcome all the new people. Big John. Let's see. Anna, Ray. Um, yeah. Super Dan, welcome, Super Dan. Good to see you. Christine. GRTSTI, welcome. Sammy Hill, welcome, Sammy Hill. And if you're new, just say I'm new here. Just give you a shout out. Kranita, good to see you. I checked out her videos are a wow factor. Interesting, Carrie. Thanks. I'm gonna have to check it out after the show. Andy, welcome to the show. Everybody coming in. We're at 160. We can do better than that. We can get up to a couple hundred here. I checked videos of the woman. Yeah, Game Vet. Good to see you, Game Vet Joe. And if you want to be a guest on the show, Amazing Shaman, are you here? Amazing Shaman, where are you? Voter Ring, I think it is Vote Ring. Let's see here. Queen MT, welcome. April saying she seen me on the ship using my abilities. It was amazing to hear. Interesting, Ashley. Very good. Very good. Miss Melody, good to see you. Everybody, all the new people. Lauren, welcome. Rye Guy, welcome. Rye Guy. Mrs. JD, welcome. Everyone coming in here. And is Canada a hotspot for sightings? I would say yes. Ashley Edmonds said I looked like an ET. Ashley, how would you like to come up here? Let me see if we can bring you up. So if you want to come up, Ashley, you're welcome. Oh, I'm Laura. Okay, I'm Laura. Okay, Laura. Good to have you with us. And the person with the heart, welcome to the show. Sky, welcome, Sky. Good to have you with us, Sky. DE, hello. So I know some of you, I'm catching off guard. I'm on over an hour earlier than I usually am. So Ash Willie, Jim Stevens, welcome. Timeless, welcome. Okay. Hello, Ashley. How you doing?
Just pretty good. Can you hear me?
I sure can. You want
Yes.
to come on are you able to come on camera?
Yeah, kid. Good.
Okay, let's do the camera thing. I'm going to press it here, and then you just press save, and you'll be on the camera. No problem, brother. All right. Hey, good to see you, Edmund Ashley. How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Not bad. I was interested in the other woman that was on earlier, and I think I'm gonna have to check her page out. Supposedly she's got some stuff on there that's pretty impressive. So tell us what's happening. Give people a little bit of background where you are and your journey and so forth.
I I had an accident about 5 years ago, and it triggered my awakening. And since then uh, it's been a journey for sure. I basically wake up one morning and tell my girlfriend I'm walking down the stairs. I'm like, they're here. She's like, who are you talking about? And I'm like, the ships are here. And as far as social media, these platforms, I've always tried to stay clear of them. And for some reason or another, I ended up on YouTube, the same day. And
Oh wow.
basically started looking up videos and seeing things. And that's when I start figuring all my connections and how everything was all connected, and basically going into the self-discovering of myself. And in between jobs and driving a truck and being a mechanic, I know I'm connected to them. And my conscience and my mind, I know they're with me 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
The birds, the lights, the birds follow me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Me being a Libra, I'm the scales. It's very sacred. And, I've been, just battling through. It's been tough. And
Hmm.
I hadn't been able to, basically, I can't even think of the word now. I had meditate properly.
Yeah.
I just been taking and winging it, and my diet. I know I'm needing to do all these things, and being in situations where it's when it's something you need to do this day and time. When you're I'm having to deal with both sides as well. The dark
Yeah.
side, and it's been a struggle because everything good that you're supposed to do, you know, it's trying everything possible to hinder me in doing what's right. And I'm about to finally get it. You know, they communicate with the lights. You know, I have pulled up places and, you know, turned the whole electricity off on the whole corner.
Really? Tell us a
Yes.
little about that. How is that happening that you're turning off the electricity in the corner, for example?
Well, this basically on the whole corner block. You know, everywhere I go, you know, my energy on the ground. You know, planting energy. You know, it's like a plug-in or a switch. Been homeless, staying in my van, and where I park my van. Next thing I know, they're coming behind me and building, making charging stations to charge these electrical cars.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm very electrical, and, you know, you know, I shake and rattle everything around me.
Oh wow.
You know, I know I'm angelic. You know, I know I'm connected with them and everything up there, and my conscience, my mind's up there, but my flesh is down here, and I'm just having trouble getting them to come together. And I've got to. I'm about to start working on my diets, and you know, I'm trying to communicate with them, trying to get them to show themselves. You know, all I'm getting is light signals. You know,
well, that's the beginning. Light signals are at least the beginning.
Being
For some
with the
reason,
device.
I'm coming over your phone.
Yes.
Do you hear me? And you can hear me here. But as I'm talking,
Yes.
my voice is coming over your telephone.
Yes.
It's really weird.
Yeah, everything's going to be weird with me. I'm a very, you know, I've got, you know, I've got a lot of abilities. You know, you know, I've got a lot to discover.
Oh yeah. That's because you're a starseed.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
Very,
and it's
very
hard to have
much
the human. Don't you find it, Edmund, hard to have the human experience? We all have it. You know, we work, we do things, or whatever our life is, and then we realize that we're not from here, right? And then we realize we have these things. We're waking up, we're being activated, but we're still living in a human experience.
Yes. I'm reading all the energy, and, you know, the energy. You know, it's just like sitting here, you know, with people talking through the feed, or, you know, on the I'm able to sit there and tap into their energy as well and feel it all.
And I just want to thank Darren for subscribing. Darren, thank you very much. But continue.
But I'm possibly probably needing you and April to kind of get together and whatever, you know, need some coaching.
Yeah, well, Saturday night we're going to have our night for new people here. Every Saturday we do Ashtar Command Night, and April will be on live with me. So you're going to have both of us together, and that's pretty powerful energy between us. We're Ashtar Command space people, but we are living on Earth. So April and myself will be on together Saturday night. So yeah, you'll see. We're gonna have a lot of information to share, things about what's going on off planet, on the planet, and a lot of different things are going to be talked about Saturday.
Yes.
You know. All right, man. I want to thank you, man, for coming up here, and that's how you got the dog there for you. I want to thank you, brother. You know, it's been beautiful to finally see you. Absolutely. And we're going to bring him down gently. I'm going to bring on the next person here on Encounters. Game Vet has been with us for a long time. Game Vet is our next guest. And if you'd like to tell us what your story is, we'll be happy to hear it. Hey, Game Vet, how you doing? Uh-oh, what's going on with the audio? Are you there? I can't hear you. I feel it sounds like you're underwater or something. It's really weird what's going on with the phone. It's almost like there's like space beings talking or something. Listen to this. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Yeah, I think it sounds like. Do you have water running? Any water? You don't have any. You're not. It sounds like you're underwater. Yeah, it sounds like it. I can. You're like you're in the background. It's almost like space beings are have taken over your phone, and it sounds like they're talking. Do you have an aquarium? It's the weirdest thing, man. This is. I want you to stay here because what I'm hearing, I have my ear pods on, and it sounds like they're communicating through your phone. It sounds like water. You don't have water on, do you? I'm gonna bring you back up. This is. Let me see what happens. I'm gonna bring you down and bring you back up again. And if this is still going on, then there's something going on. Hold on a minute. Let me do this. I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna bring him back up here, man. That was weird. I'm gonna bring him back up. If it's still coming on, if that happens, and that sound is coming on over his phone, let's see here. Game Vet, come back in. Let me go back here and get you. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Game Vet, if you can, come back in there and request to come in. Let's see. Game Vet, if you're there, come back in on the show. Go to the request button. I'm going to bring you back up. I want to see if that sound is still happening. So I'm trying to take away the questions of whether it's water, whether it's something else technically wrong with the phone. We've had some powerful and interesting people this week. Wow, more grace and light to you, Commander. Thank you. Thank you, Duke of Edinburgh. I appreciate it, brother. Let's see. Let's see if we can bring him back on. Game Vet, you there? Oh, there he is. All right, we're going to bring him back on. Game Vet, come back in on the queue. Request to come on live. I want to see if that's still happening. Good to have everyone coming in here. Cody J, everybody coming into the show. Welcome. Okay, we're going to do this again. And this is the way we're going to figure this out. So now let's see if I can hear him. It's probably could have been the phone. Probably not. Okay. Well, I got to say, I do now, after he just came back on now.
Get down, 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 get down.
What's going on? That was strange. What just happened? Okay, that was really weird. What just happened? What happened? Yeah, he was screaming, get down, get down. Everybody heard it. He came back to come on. I told you. When he came on, I tried to be logical and, be a healthy skeptic and say it's water, it could be something interference, it could be the phone. He came back up. The same sounds were happening like garbled, like communications. And then he said, should we get down all? Or he said, he sounded terrified. He absolutely sounded terrified. Okay. This is all being recorded. We're live here, folks. Just so you know, this show's live, and this I do have a YouTube channel. This will be heard on my YouTube channel when I post it. All right? Something is not right. Absolutely correct. All right? You all heard it. And those who are just coming in don't know what just happened. One of our regular viewers of the show Encounters came up to share some information. And I said, "Oh, it sounds like water." Or it sounds like people's phones can have interference, right? So I tried to see logically what kind of logical interference would cause that to happen to the phone. So I brought him back down. I brought him off the thing, and then he came back in. When he came back in, then he sounded terrified, and he said, "Get down." Okay. Yes. He's still here. He might have a dog. Maybe it was a dog. I don't know. The whole thing right now in my consciousness is strange. Okay. I'm not going to jump the hoops and say it was some negative ET thing. I don't know what's going on. It could be a dog. He could have been telling his dog to get down. Let's think logically. He maybe has a dog and the dog was like rambunctious and to get down. I'm going to go with that, but he sounded terrified. Now, first of all, one would not sound terrified with their dog. If you have a dog, you're not going to tell the dog to get down and sounding like he's terrified. Okay. No, he's been with the show before. You know, he sounded scared. Yeah, he sounded absolutely scared. No, I don't think it was his TV. Yeah, he's been on before, a long time ago. I mean, it could be. We can come up with a lot of scenarios here, but when I have a guest on and they sound like something, he sounded scared. You know. Yeah, he did. Hey, bird lover. So now that happened, we're all trying to figure out what happened. There's no question he sounded scared. He absolutely sounded scared. This is going to be a crazy night. I can just feel it now. This is going to be a absolutely nutty, crazy night here on Encounters. We're here till 12 midnight tonight. Yeah, I went down to do it with her, I don't know if Diane, I can get him back. I had him come back on, and then as soon as I had him back on, I was trying to figure out if his phone had problems, but it's not his phone. Something was going on there. Now, either he has a dog that was being wild, and he said, "Get down, get down." So if I take the dog scenario as the excuse, it makes it easy, right? A dog the dog is going rambunctious, get down, get down. But I don't think it was a dog because I didn't hear any dog barking. And if it was a dog, it would have been barking, right? Wouldn't the dog bark? Wouldn't that be reasonable to assume that a dog would bark? Hey, Lawrence, good to see you. So, not a dog or a cat, you know. And maybe it is bad weather. Maybe there's a tornado somewhere where he is. I don't know. It could be anything. Daniel says maybe he got abducted. His phone could have been in his pocket. But that would be impossible because his phone was in the pocket. He wouldn't have came back on the guest request when I asked him to. Yeah, me too, Johnny. Um, I don't know where he is. I don't even know what's going on right now. So I get concerned when this kind of thing happens on my show with a person because it could be anything happening. I don't want to jump to conclusions here, but we're all looking at possibly what happened with him, and we don't know. Yeah, Carrie, that also can be right. In my mind, she says, get down means something is going to hurt him. Um, Daniel says, the first talk reminded me of the Astro Command TV. Now here's somebody in queue. Game Vet's coming back. Let me see what's going on. So he's here. And we're gonna now try to find out what's going on here. Hey, Game Vet, are you there, brother? Okay, are you there? That's really weird. Your microphone is muted. How could you be coming through? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I can just about hear you. I can hear you, but it sounds like there's something going on. Did you, you just said get down before, and then you disappeared. What's happening?
I'm sorry. Every time I try to
Okay. Your microphone is muted, and it's really your microphone on your TikTok is muted, and I hear you. That's kind of weird. I'm trying to unmute your mic. Are you there? Hello? Wait a minute. I'm going to try to unmute your microphone here. Hold on a minute. Are you there? Okay, I just unmuted your microphone. Can you hear me? I cannot hear you, my friend. I cannot hear anything you're saying. Are you driving? You're driving your truck right now? If you have your window open, close your window. I'm sorry, I can't hear you, brother. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna pull over? Okay. Yeah, he's driving, I think. Yeah. All right, now we know. He had open windows. Yeah, that's a weird thing. If we get him back on and there's clear audio, I'm going to find out what that get down thing was all about. You're watching Encounters. Until then, if anyone here wants to come on and share a story, we'd like to hear your stories here. I'm CmdrAleon, your host of Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. And let me just do this here. We're going to go to a different thing here. So why not? So this is a different background. I have a couple of different encounter backgrounds for the show. Welcome everybody to Encounters. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Yeah, we're hearing the air. That's what it was. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And welcome everybody to the show. Sorry, I'm back. Gonna clean up dishes. Rooms can. Oh, Ascending Shaman. And I can come on if that's cool. Yeah, you're definitely. Ascending Shaman will be back on. He's cleaning up a room. Yeah, when you're ready to come on, Ascending, please do. He is I've had him on before. He was on just the other night with the lights that were going really bright, and it was almost like Morse code. So we're going to have him on. He's got some things going on with the extraterrestrial consciousness that I'm going to find out, and I think he needs to be scanned because I think he might have had interaction with some space beings that he says there was it felt like there was a laser thing. He'll talk about it, and then we're going to probably scan him for possible implants. I can't believe we're still under 200 people here. I mean, I know it's, I'm usually on 11 o'clock and that's when everything happens, but it's really important to understand that people are having all these experiences. And I'm almost thinking that TikTok has got me shadow banned because I used to have anywhere from 400 to 500 to 700 people on here. and TikTok is not been promoting the program. I've noticed that for months. It was something a long time ago where I showed a UFO video, and I think they only acknowledge I'm here when I first come on, and they don't acknowledge me throughout the night. They used to do that. I don't know if anybody else goes live, does TikTok every once in a while go and say we're inviting people to your live. I don't see that anymore. Something really weird's going on with that. Yeah, yeah, I think so, Beckboo. I think TikTok has something to do with it. Yeah, we're on a little bit early tonight. I decided to come on at 9:15, 9:20, and we'll be on here till midnight. Just heading into Saturday morning. Kay Smith, good to see you. Everybody coming in here. Hey, the Woodis. Hey, Marie, good to see you. Blessings to you. Everybody out here. And so my protocol for the show is, Wesley, thank you, is number one, no foul language on the show. If you're coming on the show, no drinking on the show, no drunks on the show, no politics, no religion. Let's see, no religion, no paranormal discussion. And one of the biggest things now with me on my show and in general is, TikTok's not being kind to a lot of people. Ever since TikTok had that shutdown last year, it's changed. It's changed. It's changed where they're not promoting people anymore. It's like they say they are at the beginning, but I used to get a lot of people in here, and it's kind of weird that I'm still under 200 people at least. And it's not only me. So if I hear it from other people, then it's a TikTok thing. Then they're basically trying to suppress the information, I think. Absolutely. It definitely has changed. But we're still going to do what we're going to do. Commander's going to continue telling the truth here. So, yep, it might be harder to pull people in, but we're going to still do it. They'll find us. Definitely. That's a good way to go, Star. I'm going with the flow on everything. And that's the way you should do it, Let me just kind of, there have been maybe 2 or 3 videos, and they're old videos. These people that are saying TikTok's going to shut down Sunday, it's not shutting down Sunday. If it was shutting down Sunday, even the established news media in our country would have been talking about it. Those people that are creating those videos or reposting them, those are old things from last year. There's no way that TikTok's shutting down. And on Sunday night, we'll still be here. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to say a prayer for my father-in-law. My father-in-law got into a car accident the other day, a couple of days ago. And my daughter asked me if I can, mention it on my live here, and I will. I'm unsure if she's watching it, but if she does, my father-in-law is in a hospital in the ICU, what they call it, the ICU unit, and he just got through an operation, and so we're praying for him. He's still, he's not. It's going to take him time to heal. I mean, he's lucky certain parts of his body didn't get hit, but So my daughter asked me if I'd come on here and say a prayer for him, and we want to see him get better. And he got hit by another vehicle coming out of a side road onto a state road, and his pickup truck got totally messed up. So yeah, So for my daughter and for my family, I'm sending your prayers of love and light to him, and my hope is that he'll recover. It's going to take a while, but he luckily will be able to walk and everything and do everything. But he really got messed up pretty good on that, Yeah. And he's a very beautiful person, He's a good person, and we want to see him get well. He will, It's just going to take time. So now when my daughter, wants to watch it on YouTube, she'll see that I did put out let people know about it on my show. And it's a terrible thing when people get into a car accident like that, Many years ago, it just needs to be that he heals, and he will. I appreciate the prayers for him. And you never know what's going to happen when you go on the road. You never know whether someone's going to do that or, come so fast or however it is on a state highway. It's just a state road. So thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. Yeah. When I think about it right now, yeah, absolutely. One of the things I've learned in life is that being that I am fully conscious as a space person and also having a human experience, we need to be kind to each other. We need to be loving with each other. We need to be completely filled with light in our consciousness. No, she's sleeping. They were at the hospital earlier, her and my daughter, and I was working, so I couldn't go. But we have to be. Life is too precious for us to be angry, bitter. Um, there are certain words I think of. We as human beings have a tendency sometimes to get jealous, react, all kinds of different things in the human experience. But when it comes to these things, when someone almost gets hit by another vehicle and they're lucky to be here, we need to be the most loving human beings we can. If we're not going to be that, then we need to not be something or say something if it's not going to be nice. Especially if we're enlightened. If we're enlightened or we think we are, it's really, really important to show everybody we see, everybody we know, and be love to everybody. Jersey for Life, thank you. I'm really one of those people where I've come to the point in my life where in my expansion of consciousness, I cannot and will not tolerate negativity coming from any human being anywhere. Wherever it is, I will not tolerate it. I will push back and say wherever, if it's in the shopping mall, if I see somebody mistreating somebody, I don't tolerate it. It's just not the way we're supposed to be, And that's right. We need to love each other. So I figured I'd mention that because she wanted me to mention it on my live tonight. So I promised her I would, and I did. So there you go. And of course, I love all of you, and I would hope that you would love me truly, not faking it, that you love me as much as I love all of you, even if I don't know who you are. I've said in every show for the past 3 years, I love everyone. And that's true. I do, as host of the show. If I'd be hypocritical if I love somebody on here and I go somewhere else and I don't love somebody on another place. You have to be consistent. If you're going to be loved with some people in one place and say, I don't love this person in another place, then you have a problem. Then you have what they call a battle going on with yourself between what is real love and what is fake love, Yeah, thank you. And I only speak the truth, not because I'm saying the word I speak the truth. You've known me, if you're new to the show, after a while, you know that the commander speaks the truth. If you've been watching me since 3 years, you know that I'm consistent. You know that everything I talk about is consistent. That when I have guests on here with true stories, it's consistent. When people have been abducted and I help them, it's consistent. When people are contactees and tell their stories, whoever they are, I know it's true. It's consistent. So the thing I'm talking about here, as I am amped up, is that you have to be consistent. And if you're not consistent and you change from being this beautiful person of sharing stuff, and then you're saying, now I'm an angry, mad person and I don't like other people. You know, basically that's having a multiple personality thing happening. You know, oh, I knew that person. They always were really nice to me. Well, they're not nice anymore. I can tell you they're not. Yeah, that's being inconsistent. Thank you, Jersey for Life. You know, and I will kick butt. People know me as a host of the show. If I think you're not being nice, I'm going to kick your cosmic butt, and you're going to get some CmdrAleon on you. So watch out. You know, watch out. Realize the bigger picture. Realize that we're living on a planet that's going through complete changes right now, and the last thing we need to do is have infighting between people around the world on who's the best person, who's the best spiritual teacher, who's not the best spiritual teacher, who's more enlightened than the other person. You know, if you want to do that, we can get everybody into a football stadium, and you can all create teams and see who's the best. You can have teams and see who's the best. Well, I'm better than you. I've written 5 books, so I'm better than you are. I haven't written any books, and I'm better than you are. Well, no, you're not. I've written the 5 books, and they're good. They're being sold on Amazon, and Barnes and Nobles has them. You know where I'm going. You know where the commander's going right now, don't you? Yes, that's actually right, poet. The world is changing. And we're going to have a sending shaman on here once he's done cleaning. Once you're done cleaning, you send the shaman, let me know. And he, the commander is going to, hey, sending shaman. Yeah, just a preacher commander. Yeah, we are. So I'm not really known as being a preacher, but if I have to preach, I'm a good one. The one good thing you know is I don't have a Bible in my hand when I'm preaching. I don't have a Quran in my hand when I'm preaching. I don't have a Jewish whatever in my hand when I'm preaching. When I'm preaching, I'm speaking the cosmic truth. Now, I can do it like this. I can do that whole Southern thing, but more of an enlightened Southern thing. Okay, Earthlings, I want to tell you. I've got the book right here. Which book do I have? I got the book right here. I do have a book right here. I got the book right here. This is called Celestial Rays. You know, it's funny. I pick up this book. This book you cannot find anywhere. I got to show you this. Let me see here. Hold on a minute. Can I show you some pictures in here? Let's see. And there are pictures in here. This book is called Celestial Rays. And the person that created this book, I'm going to show you some pictures, including, this is all Ashtar Command stuff. I'm going to show you a cloud ship here that's going to blow your mind, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Encounters. My name is CmdrAleon. Do you want to be awakened? Do you want to be enlightened? Do you want to have knowledge? Do you want to understand where you're from? Yes. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to Encounters. We're on at 10:48 in the evening. My name is CmdrAleon. I came to Earth now, and I can change my accent to be more Southern. I'm going to preach it the way it is, brother, sisters, mothers, and fathers. It's me, CmdrAleon. Now, I want you to know what I'm going to show you here is a picture of a cloud ship in this book. And you're going to be hypnotized more than you've ever been before. Give me a second here. Let me do the effects here. Wait a minute. I'm going to show you this picture here. Can you see it? This is from Celestial Rays. Check this out. This book was published. This is a book of the Ashtar Command, and it's not available. ASSK Publishing years ago published this. It's a hard copy. Check this out. I got things here that you wouldn't believe, brothers and sisters. Let me see here. Let me go here. Let me take a look in the book. This book had a lot of cloud ships in it. And it says, this comes from And this person wrote the book. These were people communicating with the space beings. Here's a beautiful picture here. Wait a minute. Let's see. Can you see it? Check this out. These are cloak spaceships. This is from Celestial Rays. The book, the person who wrote it, I have this book. This book you can't find anywhere. I just happened to get it about 20 years ago, somewhere in that area. Take a look at this. And let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. I speak the cosmic truth. I show the cosmic truth. I'll show you the way, brothers and sisters. These are cloud ships. Yes, indeed. These are cloud ships now. Watch them. If you're on TikTok, stop scanning all over the place to find somewhere to go. Come on in here. I'll hypnotize you. I will hypnotize you, I promise. Come on in. Let me show you some more stuff. Because I got the stuff. You see, I got the arsenal of things here that can blow your mind. All the books I have here, the contact ebooks that are out of print, those are the real stories. What's going on with that? I didn't want that. I'm not supposed to be on a beach somewhere. Wait a minute. Let me go back here. Wait a minute. I got to go off planet. I got to go back off planet here. Let's do here. Okay, that's better. You know, it was kind of weird to be on a beach. I don't know how I got there, but now I'm back in space where I belong. So here we go. Thank you for the gift. You know, it's weird when that happens. Not that I'm not afraid to be on a beach, but I'd rather be in space. So you know what I mean? Thank you for the gifts. And let's see here. There's all kinds of things. I'm going to read you some stuff here. These are from the space people. And we're going to go to Manka, because I feel very connected with Manka. And here's something. Let's see here. Okay, so now understand, this book was published, let me see here. It was published in, maybe it says it here. I love this book. Welcome to the show, people. It says here, it doesn't give a year of the publication, but I can tell you, okay, 1987, okay, 1986 by Richard Watson and ASSK Publishing, and there's a lot of stuff in this book if you can find it. Let me see here. I'm going to chapter 1. So here's something here. Beloved ones, today let it be recorded that which shall be given unto them which have a mind to receive it. While I say there are the ones which are not of the mind except these mine words. It is for the ones which will know the truth. While there are ones which have one part of the whole, others have another part. Yet none shall deny that which is given unto the other, for the great plan shall be revealed only in part, until one is fully liberated from all bondage. Then he shall see and know the fullness of the plan. Now I say unto thee, deny not that which another hasn't been given, for therein is folly. And this is coming from when they put their parts together on the council table. When they so love each other, they shall put their parts together on the council table. They shall come to see the whole of the plan. Let them become wise. Let them so love each other that they put all of their efforts into the gaining of light. The ones which are the great and mighty council shall then give unto them greater revelation. And they shall walk humbly and upright before the great tribunal, and they shall be as ones prepared to partake in such knowledge as is available through the Council. This comes from Sananda, recorded by Sister Thedra. Sister Thedra, who's no longer alive, back in the 1980s, was communicating with a being called Sananda. Okay. And kind of interesting that I found this. I pulled this book out. And then there's Manka, who's a space being. And here's Manka. Let's see here. Manka. Okay, here's Manka says, "So you see, my dear ones, no, I am not what you would consider an ascended master," Manka says, "but I am of the brotherhood, and I do serve with total commitment to the light. And I am I am at the service of the disposal of beloved Sananda. I too am a brother who strives to grow along his path, that I might evolve into a greater dimension, that I might be of greater service to all of the universal mankind." This is received by Tuita, who's no longer alive. She was in telepathic communications with a being called Manka. Right. Now this book is from 1980s. It's out of print. I got this book in a bookstore that no longer exists in Connecticut. So I'm just reading things from this particular book. Manka says here, an unending circle of light and love. Question was, what is the best way for us to send light and love? I am Manka. Manka replied, thank you, dear sister, for your question, for it is the most appropriate one. As we ask you to share light, excuse me, and to share love with others or with other parts of your earth, I might give you this visualization for your consideration. If you will, the area of or that individual which is the object of your attention, of your love, see them enfolded in the golden bubble of love, that they are centered within this. See the energy, the love, the light that comes to you. See this come into your being, and see this go forth from your being to the one or this place. And as you visualize these beings, these blessings, coming into your being and going through your being, also visualize these blessings coming straight from Divine Creator to this one. Then you have an unending circle of light and love that is never ceasing and unbroken. Perhaps this example shall assist you as you hold others in light and love. This is received telepathically. This is back in 1980s from a woman named Tuita. I'm going to stop there. That's one of the books. I have many, many books from many years of contactees. Just wanted to share a little bit of that and let you know that there's so much history over the years of people that before us, before we were born, that have been connected with the space people for many, many years, that have been working with them for many years. A lot of these people, the first wave of contactees were in the 1960s and 50s and early 70s. Now, in this year, 2025, we have another new wave of contactees in this new generation. In the year 2000s, going into now, the 2000s, from 2000 all the way up, we have new generations of contactees, people that are having contact, you know? And these people come from all over the world, everywhere, you know? It's just really important to understand this historical information. And one of the things I love is history. I mean, history in terms of the history of the subject. So when we're talking about UFOs or spiritual contact, it's been going on for way before any one of us was here living on Earth in this human form. Before we had all these technologies and social media, there have been people having contact. And it's almost 11 o'clock. And I know people are going to be coming on now that thought I was on, that weren't on earlier. And we have a late group that comes on, what should be considered an early group. Welcome. I've been on since about 9:15, and we are amped up here, so watch out, you know? And I think the beautiful thing is when we let go of ourselves We all get absorbed into the human life here. That's part of being here, right? We're here to experience the good, the bad, and everything else that comes with being on planet Earth. But we're also supposed to grow. As we get older, we're supposed to expand our consciousness. We wake up. As we grow, one of the things we're supposed to do is learn how to be not just a 3D human being, getting upset in the line for the supermarket line, and somebody has 100 items in their cart, and you have 2 items, and you're going nuts because they have 100 items, but you chose to get in the line with the person with 100 items, but you're still going crazy over the fact that they have 100 items, and you're impatient, and you move. I want to get out of here. And there's no other lines, and they're all full of people, and you're going absolutely nuts. So what I'm saying is we need to not be impatient. We need to be patient. We need to be kind. We need to be loving. We need to be, if we are going to be the ones that are going to be bringing our brothers and sisters who are not awakened up on this planet, which is billions of people, and let me just tell you, billions of people, folks. Now I'm starting to get preachy again. I can feel it coming on. Understand what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Can you read me? Can you understand what I'm saying? I'm just speaking the truth. Just telling the truth now. I've been blessed tonight. Let me tell you, I'm blessed tonight. If you're on TikTok, you better come on in here. You're going to be confused. You're going all over the place trying to find the right place to be. You're trying to find the right person to understand you. You're trying to find somebody who can actually appreciate you, right? You want to be appreciated, don't you? You're interested in UFOs? Great, come on in here. If you're a UFO person, come on in here. I know you're scanning this channel right now. You're on TikTok right now saying, oh, this is guy with glasses on. He calls himself CmdrAleon, and he's preaching. Am I mocking preachers? I'm just using an accent as a preacher. And I'm just doing, the 3D world. I've seen preachers that actually have, before we had TikTok, that did things that are not very nice. But I'm here to bust the matrix, so I don't care if somebody's a preacher. I don't care if they're a rabbi, a preacher, a person in a mosque, or whatever. I don't care if they have a little church. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm doing is trying to do what I do, which is to bust the matrix. I'm here to bust it up. If I came to Earth and came on TikTok to be like everybody else, I would just be, whatever. But I don't do that. Oh, it's kindness, but also you have to understand I'm somewhat of a comedian. When I do things like that, as you get to know me, I do have a sense of humor. So when I'm preaching, again, understand there's a little bit of comic humor in what I do. I'm not putting the preacher down, but I know how to preach. I know how to do the preaching. And as you get to know me, you'll realize that I do. And if we can't have a sense of humor, then what sense is it? Now, there you go. Now I'm going to preach about that. If we cannot have a sense of humor, if we can't have a sense of humor, then what sense is it? That sounds like a song. I can see a song coming there. If we don't have a sense of humor, then what sense is it? If we want to go to space and see other planets, we have to have a sense of humor. Yeah, we're just having fun. And I haven't sung songs in a long time on this show, but I can sing space songs too. You see? And believe me, I do get serious about a lot of things here. I do. People know that. But I also know how to sing. So I'm going to sing a song for everybody, which is something you don't hear on a lot of the people that are on here talking about the subject of the UFOs and stuff like that. So I'm going to sing you a song because I haven't sung a song for months and months and months. I'm going to sing a song here for you. I don't know if I'm going to sing in a regular voice, as a preacher's voice. I have to figure that out for a minute. Give me a second. And don't be offended if I'm sounding like I'm a preacher, because I'm just kind of kidding around. You know, we got to kind of chill out a little bit here. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give you guys a nice song here. I wish to travel in the universe beyond the earth right now. I want to see the planetary systems that are bright right now. I know the golden light is good, and as it should be. When I meet those space people, those that I can see, the shining light beyond us is far, far away. I wish to go there someday. And I am living here. This is where I am. I want to go there now so I can see who I am. We have space people in our lives. They might be off planet now. They love you, every one of you. Do you know really how? They think of you all the time. You don't see them at all, but they know you exist, and they are very tall. There you go. That's my song. That's my song, and it's been recorded. Well, this will be recorded. So yeah, I just sang you a space song I haven't done that in quite a long time. So that's my space song here. Thank you, 806. If you can find anybody else talking about UFOs on TikTok day or night that is going to sing you a space song, please tell me about it. You know, because I do believe, if I'm not egotistical, that I am multi-talented as well. If I do say so myself. You know, never made it to Hollywood though, but I'm here. Ascendant Shaman says he'll write a space song with me and an album. I would do that in a heartbeat. You know, I would do that in a heartbeat. And Ascendant Shaman, if you're done cleaning the kitchen, let me know. We'll bring you up here because what's going on with Ascendant Shaman is a very serious story. And when you're ready to come up, brother, let me know. We'll bring you up. And I'm going to drink a little bit more apple cider on a Friday night. Okay, whatever you do, don't fall over any chairs or anything. I'm going to bring you up on the show in a minute. Hey, Brittany, good to see you. Welcome, sister. Of course, Ascending Shaman. The one thing I am is patient. Super Dan, great question. Before I bring my guest up, now this is interesting. There's a mothership. This is serious. Off the coast of Florida, there's a mothership that is off the coast, and other ships that come from the mothership. This has been going on for about a month now, I think. And people have documented it off the coast in that area of Florida, which also happens to be in the Bermuda Triangle, which happens to be where there's a galactic portal, and also off the Atlantic Ocean in the coast of Florida, in the deeper part of the ocean, there is what they call a space city. Okay. Thank you, Peggy. We appreciate that. You know, so to what the question was, there is definitely, everyone's talked about it. There has always been an advanced space city in the Atlantic Ocean in the Bermuda Triangle, in the deeper part of it. That's been there forever. Now it's time for us to get ready for contact, and you're going to see that. Now, understand something. That's one mothership. Excuse me. One mothership. Realize that when we are getting closer to contact, there's going to be hundreds of motherships, starships, small orbs, big orbs. Well, you haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing. None of us have seen anything really yet. You know, as we go into the summer, things are going to be coming that you're going to see in the sky, in the waters, in the Pacific, Indian Ocean, wherever you live in the world. If you go near your waters off the coast and you spend time watching over the water, you're going to start seeing things. Dancing clouds, no. The reason why is because they are being taken off planet. I can tell you without question, the Ashtar Command, my space brothers and sisters, they are going after them. They are finding them. They are taking them off planet on a one-way trip back to where they came from. And we don't have to worry about negative ETs. Absolutely not. Let me see here. Ah, we're going to bring my friend Ascending Masters here. We have a lot to talk. Now, for those who watched the show the other night, and that if I don't have it on my YouTube channel yet, I will. Ascending Master, good to see you, brother. How you doing?
Hey, thank you for
And he
having
was
me.
on, yeah, well, he was on the other night, and he a long time ago was on me. I worked with him on a few things, and he also, and it's recorded, we have it documented. The light that the room he was in, the lights were interactive because the spaceships that he has contact with, the space beings, not the ships, they're just ships. The space beings are communicating in definitely interesting ways using his lights, and he didn't have to move his hand or anything. They will just take the light of the electricity, which they have the ability to do. They can turn on your radio, they can do your lights. I've
Hmm.
seen this happen,
Yep.
and so if you watched him the other night with me, you got to see documented those lights, almost like Morse code from a space being that they're trying to tell us words in the lighting code. And that's after I got off the live, I started reflecting on the video, and that's what I got. They're trying to give us a message. Now we might not understand what the message is yet, but they're trying to tell us something. And eventually, I think that something will be not just through a light on a ceiling. They'll eventually tell us something in their own words when they make contact with us on Earth. But I think Ascended Shaman, as I reflected on our interview the other night, I have the feeling that there are many, many starseed, you being one of them, who are going to have that kind of. I know a number of people that I've known for 3 years that are having contact in different ways. My friend, Friends with Fairies, who I work with the command, she's been on the ship. My parents are on the ship. My two sisters and brother. So I know that they watch our show. They watch the show through the ship. So I've been really amped up lately, and the reason why I've been because they've been activating me more, and that's why people are seeing me talk the way I do. I'm really kind of real activated now because we're getting really close to some major, major shifts on the planet. And tell us what's happening. You were mentioning to me something, and can you tell our audience what's going on right now? And we're gonna work on it a little bit here tonight.
Well, thank you very much, by the way, Commander, for having me on. It is an honor. And for anybody that doesn't know, I found Commander a while ago, close to a year ago, and I had just moved, and I was having very strange activity, and you could say it was extraterrestrial in origin, and it was giving me really bad headaches and a droning, low rumbling, high pitched, constantly 24/7, made me sick, all sorts of stuff. And I saw Commander. I reached out to him, and he pulled me. He had me go outside, and he said that he was going to send over reinforcements. And so I'm looking around, and I've used my intuition, and sure enough, there were definitely some craft that showed up, glowing in the sky. It would appear to be stars, but I can tell you, audience, that I would say probably a majority of stuff out there that we're looking at, even if it's been detected by satellite and is designed to be, it's labeled as a star, or even a planet, that's not necessarily what it is. And sure enough, he said more was going to come, and they did. They showed up maybe 20 seconds after he said it. And then I could feel a presence around me. And then he said I could go back inside. I go back in my house, and it was like he had done a clearing. So this gentleman is definitely connected to some stuff. So whatever's going on around him, I would appreciate to hold him close, as well as our viewers here in our hearts, and to watch over them, because we're dealing with Star Family. And as far as the phenomena that's been going on in my room, it appears to be here to stay. I thought maybe it was something that was going to last a day, or
No,
maybe a
it's
few
a
hours
stay.
or minutes, but it's been
You
every
know,
day now.
after I got off the live, I had revelations, and I was meditating on watching the video of our conversation with everybody, and yeah, they're here to stay. They're here. The light beings, the light people, are going to stay with you now. So I was getting a message for you. This is why I said it before we got off the live, that all the other stuff you're into, they want you to get out of that stuff and just focus on them and the light frequencies of Christ consciousness. You don't need all that other stuff. That stuff, if it's there, it's going to try to interfere with what your mission is. You have a bigger mission than all that other stuff. All that stuff will be there for history books and everything else. That is outside of who you are. Who you are, as I look at you directly, I'm now speaking more of my space consciousness to you. You are definitely a star seed. Now, of course you are. You have a space body like all of us do off planet on a spaceship in stasis. Your mission is going to be moving forward. You'll be given that information from them. They're going to start not just using lighting techniques. You will actually have, let me give you a moment. These are men and women. These are human like us. They are less densified in their bodies. When they make contact with you soon, you will know it. They will do it gently, and so and you yourself are not afraid of them. You have nothing to fear of them. They are of the highest levels of consciousness. Do you understand?
Absolutely. To everybody else that's watching, this doesn't just apply to me. This is actually wisdom beyond our understanding. Because the thing is when you get involved into extraterrestrial origin stuff, it can become quite chaotic, and it can become overwhelming, and it can make you paranoid. And the thing is the best way to get through it is to, I mean, I hate to be preachy, but I love to be preachy more than anything.
It's okay.
Get connected with your divine self.
Yeah, it's that kind of preachy is good because it's not like somebody's sitting with a Bible on the head or something, or worship somebody. And we're not here to worship anybody. We're here to liberate the planet. And you're speaking truth, brother. And so I know right now that they're with him, and I also know that they is this the same room you were in when the lights were going crazy?
Yes, in fact, luckily they don't really turn themselves on their own unless I flip on the switch and then it does its thing. As far as it turning on its own and the TV and stuff, that's happened a couple times recently.
Yeah. That's really right. So when you turn the switch on, because the light's on now, so that you're not having to switch it on, it's already on.
So, well, I have my lamp on over here. It's all on the same breaker, but
it is.
Whatever phenomena it is, it's almost like it's telling me that it doesn't need to commandeer, and maybe the situation isn't as dire, but I think it's more of a message like what you're telling me, because I'm so wrapped up in all this survival stuff and trying to do big important things that I'm letting it get to me. And sometimes what you need to do is just let crap go and focus on the positives. When all hope is lost, that is when you need hope most. That's when you need to hold on to it. Don't let anybody or anything, no matter what it is, take that away from you, because that is how miracles are made. So anybody that's out there that understand fairy magic, you know that right away, as well as when it comes to extraterrestrial guardians. They're gonna instill a hope within you that no matter what happens, that will never leave your side.
Yeah. And what happened the other night wasn't by chance. When they knew that you were going to be on here on this show, because they are space beings of light, they wanted everybody to see that happen. It wasn't so much you're putting your arm out. They had complete control of that electricity. You know,
absolutely. Absolutely.
They have more control of the. Yeah, you're connected, but they actually said, we're going to do this thing, and you're going to be here showing people on the screen what we're doing. And they were sharing, if you hadn't seen the things that happened the other night, they were sharing a message, encoded message that is for us to, and it'll be on my YouTube channel. People can keep watching that part, and maybe you will decode or get a revelation from something from the lighting techniques that they used in his room that will be, oh, that's what they were saying. So it's a beautiful thing, right? Because they want us to use our consciousness to figure out what they're doing. They want us to elevate our consciousness to understand what they're doing. And if we are able to do that, now you also had something happen. You told me about that. You tell us about what just recently happened, because when we were talking messaging, you had something else just happen, right?
Yes. So first of all, whoever said divine synchronicities, that is the most wonderful statement ever. I think if you take these recordings that we're making now, and if you were to even sit outside and be mindful in meditation and listen, you will find things overlapping completely synchronized in the most beautiful way that can help decode what is going on. But back to what happened. So that very next, right after I went to bed, after our live meeting, I woke up and I had bruises, and I'm like, that's interesting. I mean, I have 2 dogs, and I have one that sleeps with me. We're glued 24/7. This is my dog Ella. She is my guardian.
Okay. Wow, she's beautiful.
She is with me 24/7. We literally cuddle at night every night. But she didn't bruise me. But I examine almost every day. I look at my hands and different body parts in order to see if anything has changed. And sometimes I get what appears to be a laser scar or a bruise or even a weird scratch of some kind that I know just isn't normal. Well, this time I looked at this one right here, and it's weird. When I focus on it, it's almost like I can feel something that really penetrated there. But it's in the shape of a star. And
interesting.
yeah, and so when I first look at it, it looks like a pentagram, and then when I look really closely, which is hard, it was hard for me to get in a good enough picture, but if you look really closely, it actually resembles a Star of David.
Interesting.
And yeah, and so I just thought that was beautiful.
Yeah, and do you think that was imprinted on your skin as a reminder of where you're from?
Yes, absolutely. I believe
I'm not getting you. I don't get you were abducted or anything. They did this. It didn't hurt when you found it, correct?
No, well, I mean, no, not really. I mean, it's sore. It's definitely sore, but it doesn't feel malevolent. It feels benevolent. And I feel like, so usually what happens is when I get something like this, it turns into a scar and it stays with me forever. I believe when I come back in the next life, that this will basically be like a birthmark or something. And I've been imprinted with divine codage that will carry on in my lineage. And I don't believe I'm the only one that's happened to. I think we're all very connected, and whether we even notice it or not, it's there. And I would definitely sit and pay attention and keep recording, because 99% of the time you might not notice something, but it's 1% of the time something happens that, unless you're paying attention and you notice it, you will miss it. You will miss it, guys. I'm telling you. You have to be looking out for this stuff, waiting patiently, and tell yourself, okay, even if it takes forever, I'm going to sit here and wait, and it's going to happen. And if you play your cards right and you put that right energy out, I promise you, you will have revelation after revelation after revelation. They'll change everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're at 100,000. We're going to stay on till 1 a.m. So just let people know, I start at 9:15. This is going to be the longest show in 3 years history. We're going on till 1 in the morning, folks, 1 a.m. So let everybody know. And we're glad to have everybody coming on. The new people, if you're new, say I'm new. And I just want to just welcome all the new people, whoever you are. Welcome to Encounters.
Welcome.
We normally are on at 11 to 1, but Friday night, my wife is sleeping. So I said I'd come on at 9:15 to myself. And I did. And I'm really amped up here. I've got a lot to interact with and a lot to share. Ascending Shaman has a lot going on. I would say that the spaceships right now, as we're talking, are above your location.
Yes, actually, I forgot to mention, because I didn't want to interrupt, but the second I popped on, there's actually craft right up there that I can hear. And by the way, if there's anybody out there that can hear craft like I am, which I think it would be very rare, but if you do hear it and nobody else can hear it, get one of those spy microphones that they have. They can be really cheap, even $20 off of Temu or whatever. You can find that, I'm sure, on the TikTok shop, and point it at it and see and record it. See what you can get, because I've got some pretty awesome audio from it.
Yeah, and also I think I don't know why I'm getting this. They're saying, now you don't have to do this. It's up to you. If we do the thing with the light, I'd like people to see something here about the lights. Can we possibly do you feel up to doing it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So I just got a phone stand in the mail.
Yeah.
So we won't have to worry about, you know,
Oh,
any
good. A
trickery.
phone
But
stand.
again,
Yeah.
so I'm closing the door. I am home alone. There is nobody here except my dog Ella in the room here.
Right.
And then this is the light. So I'm gonna go ahead. You're gonna watch me turn it on. Okay.
Okay. And
And
we're
then
gonna
immediately it
we're
starts.
gonna.
Well, it said hello. I can see it saying
Okay.
hello.
So now we're gonna. He's got a telephone mount. So it's
I
now.
gotta get it right. Sorry.
Yeah. Once he gets it right, this is just to document that what's going to be happening here in a moment is that they'll respond. There you go.
Like
He's
that.
not even near the light.
They'll respond.
So what you're seeing here,
I think that
folks,
says they're ready to go.
they're saying they're ready to go. So we've actually are having something that's incredible on here. The space people on the ship are communicating through his lights. He's got his hands there. He's got his phone there. He's not near a switch.
Maybe I
just
need
want
to
you to know
sit down
there's
in a
no
chair.
trick here. I don't care who's on TikTok now. There's nobody who's going to see this unless they come here to this broadcast. So you're down in Missouri, correct? Am I correct about that or incorrect?
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
see, I remembered you were in
Located in
Missouri.
Bowen.
So he's down in Missouri. This light, okay, just went on. And if we want to all say a collective hello to the space people, we can do that through his lighting techniques. And I'm going to see, again, if they will blink the light to acknowledge the hello. Let me see what happens. The light went on by itself. We
See if I
bless
can
them
help it.
in the Christed frequencies of light. And we're going to see if they'll do something. Now, they're already doing something. They turned the light on without him touching the light. So they're doing something, and they're with us.
Well, again, they're
actually
negating my energy like before. So it
Yeah.
would appear they're really doing their own thing. And
They're doing their own thing.
recently, whenever I turn this light on, it really has been flashing all weird. And the weird thing about it is now it's being very stable. So maybe
Well, you know what it is? They now are comfortable. This is the second time the space beings are using his electricity to do what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure that the space beings can hear what I'm saying too. I've said this before.
well,
Our
they can hear
verbal
us.
consciousness can be heard. Being a space being myself with the Ashtar Command, which I understand they know who I am, they are here with the brightest light, which is their energy being used on his electronics of electricity through his lights on the ceiling. So what you're seeing now is that they are now interacting with us through their light, through his light, from their spaceship, which is above his location as we speak. So now I am actually switched over to my space consciousness on purpose to communicate with them and let them know, welcome to our live broadcast via his TikTok on his phone. Welcome to our program. So I'm actually knowing, even though they're not speaking English to me, they're using his lighting techniques. They are very well aware of everybody in this room right now. Does everybody understand that? That they are now aware of everyone in this room on TikTok. This is real. This is happening. This is being documented. This is being recorded. And Ascended Shaman is communicating with them, and they are his star family. I don't know what planet they come from. I haven't figured that out yet. I'll probably have to meditate a little bit more. But he's mentioned, I think, some things about that. I believe that they are his star family, and I think he's going to have more physical interaction with them. And I think that's going to be something that will happen. Hey, Dancing Cloud, good to see you.
There we go. Now I can keep my hands where you guys can see them.
So his hands are there, and they turned his light on in that room. So they're solid. Their lights are solid. Their energy is very solid. Their consciousness is very, very high. Recently. Yeah, they're just being, as of the other night, I think that there's a synergy of energy coming through to where he is in Missouri with the spaceship and with the space beings communicating through his lighting techniques. Right now, you're seeing the lights are being very stable. He did not turn those lights on. They went on by themselves. And you're watching it right now in my live here on TikTok, here on Encounters. So this is a very, I think, very special thing. And this is what is this is disclosure, folks. This is
Oh, I'm sorry.
disclosure. And I think there's the light right there. So we're pointing the camera to the light. If it should change or they decide to do a message to using the lighting techniques they did the other night, they can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the ability, we're not telling them what to do. I will never tell another space being what to do because they're in their own spiritual light. They have their own consciousness. They have their own beingness. They're not here to do what we don't tell them to do. They're here to come and interact with us in synergy and harmony to participate. And what they're doing is, with Ascended Shaman here, they are essentially participating in this broadcast without basically coming in his room, which they probably do. If they wanted to, they can probably open a rift or come in his room and they'd be right there. And I'm going to ask a question. They don't have to respond to it. If you wanted to come in his room, could you come in his room? Give us a blink of some sort or a blink of the light. If you are able to do that, would you be able to physically come in his room? Not that you have to, but can you do it? Now, I don't know if they're even going to respond to me. Like I said, they are their own space beings. They control their own consciousness. I'm just asking them a question. They might decide we're just going to do what we're doing and not do anything, you know?
Well, if I can add something, if anybody that saw our last live, it would appear that depending on the shifts that were going on, it would affect the behavior of the lights, which would be a reflection of communication from the ETs and beyond. And I think basically what they might be saying right now is that they're not here to show off.
Right, they don't show off. No.
I mean, I think we can agree they said hello by blinking the light beforehand, but
right.
I think what they're trying to say is that, well, I mean, the thing is when I'm not on the live, this thing will go crazy, and I can interact with my energy and take videos and stuff, because all the stuff that I do, I'm not doing multiple takes. This, I don't have time. I'm getting ready for work. I'm like, oh my God, I have,
you have
less than 5 minutes to leave for work. I'm going to be late because I spend most of my time in bed resting because I'm in pain.
Yeah.
So everything is just one take. And I think we established last night that lower vibrational energy and stuff can dim the light and therefore affect our moods. And I think right now, with all the people out there that need help, that are hurt, need healing, we need as high positive vibration as we can. We need, if everybody in chat, if we can, if you can imagine with your third eyes, all of us linking hands together and raising your vibration, feeling a cool, shimmering, vibrating energy that is used for healing. If you don't know this, the body has an innate healing wisdom, and it has the ability to heal itself. And with the right techniques, including prayer and hope and whatnot, amazing things can happen. And so our main focus should really be on what's most important is healing. So let's try to come together on that, I believe.
Yeah, and I think the reason why is because right now everybody's in a state of consciousness where they all understand that we all are together. Like for me, my mission is to teach people not just about hear the stories about what people are contacts. I've had so many different contactees on the show in the last 3 years. Hey, Green Eyes, good to see you as well. And there are some beautiful things happening here. And I'm really excited to see us get into living every day in this year with all the orbs and all the different spaceships that are starting to show up on our planet. It's time for people to get ready for some beautiful things. And, I came here to Earth to be a volunteer, as many have. But for me, it's the media. For me, when I was on the Ashtar ship, I dealt with intergalactic communications between all the galactic forces. I came here and I had a love for communications. So on here, the communications off planet, the systems of communications are using crystallized structures that are different than on Earth, where on Earth we use diodes and tubes and whatever technology. So I use the current Earth-based technology to do what I would do on the ship, which is to bring people together to do what we're doing on Encounters, which is intergalactic communications. Saturday night will be our Ashtar Command night. Myself and April will be on here providing new information which I'm totally dedicated to in my space work, but it can never be so with me, as with I think now with Ascending Sherman, he the last few nights did the space people finally use his lights to communicate with him. And as he says, when he's not on here, they probably are sharing information through lighting techniques that will eventually be translated into a language we can understand. But for now, that is the way it's working, right? And
Yes, it appears
it's
to
all
be
new.
very cryptic and beyond our understanding, as well as my ability to tap into right now.
Yeah,
But I can definitely hear a UFO there, and it's moving really fast now. So it's kind of hard
So
to
is there
tell where
one
it's coming from.
spaceship moving? Or is there one or two ships above you?
Well, see, I think they're very well at staying hidden, so it's very possible that even though I'm hearing something there, that could just be a decoy.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
when I feel it move, I don't know. It could be
Yeah.
in a million places at once. I mean, these guys, you have to understand, people. When we're talking about extraterrestrials, I mean, time is almost non-existent to them. They can travel from billions of light years away, and to us, by the time it takes for them to get here, I mean, we're talking lifetime after lifetime of travel. But for them, it's a puddle jump, and maybe it's a long weekend or a little vacation, and they can age all these different years, and they can live for a long time, and then they come back, and that's all it is to them. But meanwhile, by the time they got here and back, you would think with our current level of technology, we'd be long gone.
Yeah, really.
Just to send a signal out there, so their perception is very different.
Yeah, their reality is different too. Our reality is different. That's why this is the thing I try to talk about on the show is, oh, that's all right, you're good, or whoever's coming in. But anyway, the most important thing, and I take this to all my years of being in my adult life and being awakened, is that we must always, the doggy's really a kind of a cute thing there. That
She's adorable.
that when they look at us, when the space people of light look at us, they're monitoring how we act in our consciousness. They're looking at us and saying, are we going to be receptive to when the day comes when they come off their ships to make contact with us? Are we going to be the person, man, woman, or whatever, who is going to be loving, not be afraid of the space people, and actually come up to them and eye to eye look at them and give them a hug? Are we going to be a hugging person, or are we going to be a person that's going to be standoffish and being the opposite? Because we live on a planet that has a lot of mixed energy still. We have people that are totally dysfunctional, and then we have people that are very functional. So, and that's not a criticism, that's just an observation of what I see on our planet. So when contact happens, and it will, are we going to be the people that we say we are? Are we going to be the love and the light that we say we are? Or are we going to be the opposite of that when they come here? Are we going to embrace them? Or are we going to tell them to get off the planet and go back home? Not that that's going to happen, but this is going to be a push to shove situation. You're going to have to go within yourselves, and you're going to have to say to yourself, am I going to be that person that accepts them or not accept them? Hey, look, if you don't accept them, that's fine. That's your free will. Then you're going to be coming out to who you really are. Then you're not going to be that beautiful person that you think you are. And I use the word think you are versus being that person that you are, right?
Absolutely.
Why don't they give us an outline of love and light meeting? Terry, good question. I think, Harry, that maybe something like that is going to happen as we individually have our own contacts. I think before we have major contacts, I think part of the learning lesson for humans like us, and we're all humans, right, is that we have to learn through all the experiences we have, good, bad, or indifferent, our world situations, our wars, everything that we see, our family interactions, whether we get along with our sister or brother in the house or whatever. There's so many dynamics to the human existence and the human life that we have to work through it and figure out who we are. And we'll eventually get there. And everyone's at a different level of where they're getting. So I think, to your question, I think they'd love to maybe do that, but maybe they're doing that individually with people. And I don't even know how many contactees in 2025 there are around the planet. But I would assume there's probably hundreds of people in small villages and cities, wherever, that are being contacted, which is individual contact. So, yeah. And what is that thing you have in your hand?
So this is what I was talking about. This is a parabolic microphone, and so what it
Hmm.
does is it transmits a signal at a point, at a concentrated area,
Oh
and then
wow.
and amplifies it, sends a signal back, hence the dish. So that way it sends out a signal, it hits something, which would be sound waves, and it bounces back, gets collected in the dish into an audio signal, and then from there you can actually record it or listen. The only thing is when it especially around here, it's going to pick up a lot of white noise,
Okay.
loud, blood curdling kind of high signals that could give people headaches. But what I would do is I would make recordings, and sometimes, because I don't know if you guys know this, but our our heads are actually they act as like responders, sort of. So let's
Hmm.
say you want to unlock or lock your car with a wireless key. If you're within the right amount of distance, you can actually take the remote and put it to your forehead, and it'll amplify the signal
Hmm.
another, I don't know, depending on how the strength is, maybe 15, 20 feet. And
So
so,
if you
mhm.
yeah, if you're in a field, like we're going to be starting up in May, our Ashtar Command C5 group, Contact with Extraterrestrial Intelligence. We've done that for over 12 years. We'll be at an orchard, an apple orchard. The owner, who I'm friends with, we have a space up there. We go to the orchard on this big hill, and it's pitch black out there. So if we had something like this, and we're actually, what are you looking at? Some,
Oh, well, I'm sorry. The UFOs are they get very loud, and they kind of I'm still listening, but I'm kind of
oh, okay.
following them, and then they move so fast they kind of give me a bit of a headache because I'm trying to keep track
Oh,
of them.
okay. Now, if we have this in, let's say, one of our gatherings, usually we'll have 13, 14 people come. My cat's here now. Hey, Missy, how you doing? You want to hang out? And so we have this thing. If we're using it for pointing to the sky in a clear night, what are we actually looking for using this for this particular purpose? I don't
Um,
know if I'm making any sense here.
well, see, it would be a number of things depending on what instruments you have. With me, it would be about amplifying a signal that I can hear, because I originally got this because when I moved here, I immediately started hearing what appeared to be craft, and yet
Hmm.
I couldn't. Nobody else could hear it except actually the animals. Animals, I could tell they could
Oh
hear it.
yeah,
They would,
they tune into that. Yeah,
yeah, and
animals do.
yep. And so I was like, well, maybe if I got one of these, maybe I could catch something. And then, sure enough, I actually turned it. I took one of the recordings that I got, and I sent one to a buddy of mine who's a very talented producer and audio engineer. And I said, hey, listen, I just want you to try to EQ this and see what we come up with. See if you can boost the signals that are there that are maybe hidden. Use whatever you have to, effects even, in order to try to bring out what it's trying to say. Because one of the recordings, it sounded like I actually heard talking in it, but I couldn't make out what was being said. I thought I heard it in my head, but I wanted it to be transcribed into an actual audio signal. And what we captured was jaw dropping. He
Yeah.
still has a recording. He still hasn't sent it to me yet. He's still working on it. He's really busy. But I made my own recording, even though I'm not a super talented producer engineer. I actually kind of wrote my own, almost like an X Files kind of theme
Yeah.
song, where it's like you're lost in space, but still have
Yeah.
hope, and you somehow make it against all odds. Because let's face it, space is engineered as a vacuum to just swallow stuff alive. It is the most inhospitable environment ever, if you think about
Yeah.
it, until you find something that supports life, like here on Earth. Um,
And then
so,
we've heard also, these astronomers and NASA or whoever, the whole thing is that our satellite that's all the way out in space, that's gone way beyond where it was ever supposed to go, 124 light years from Earth, another planetary system similar to Earth with water, a lot of water, and the way they're scientifically explaining it has the potential for life. And what I said the other night is that it's funny they're looking for life when life is already existing all over the multiverse, all over the parallel realities of beyond our Earth, all over the other dimensions of existence. way beyond our human comprehension of the 3D mind. All these things already exist, and they're sending out they have a satellite in space that's gone all the way out there, and it says we have found the satellites found in its recordings that there might be life on this planet of some sort. Yet, why are we saying that, and then we can't acknowledge the fact that there already are non-terrestrial space people that are far more advanced than these scientists in NASA that have been coming here for billions of years, yet we're trying to hoodwink the public on TV, on these news channels, and say, oh, they just found the possibilities of of life out 124 light years from Earth. Well, really, that's all you're going to tell us? That's the big story? And that conflicts with the fact that many of the viewers here on this show have had contact physically with space beings. In the last 3 years, I had a woman, and I remember her, and she was in Arizona. She had plasma beings that were plasma, a man and a woman. They were plasma-looking beings, and that they visited her in Arizona. And I remember her story clearly from a few years ago. There are people that have been abducted by low vibrational ETs I've had on my show. And the child of, I think, entropy, I want to bring you on a little bit. And I want to, if you've been, you said you were involved, you were actually abducted, I think. I'm talking to you and I'm just seeing this. But anyway, I want to say is that it contradicts the fact that NASA, whoever, says that they might find something here. Why can't NASA just be honest, and they're not going to be, and say that they've had spaceships go around the space station for years, and they've had to turn the live transmissions off because it would be evidence and proof that there are space people physically monitoring the space station all the time. And sometimes they forget to turn the live transmission off, and the recordings are recorded and somebody catches it and records it before they shut it down.
Right, absolutely. These are questions we need to be asking ourselves. If anybody can remember years back when the idea first came out, hey, maybe could there be life on Mars or water or anything like that? And it was immediately shot down. No, of course not. No.
Right.
And sure enough, come to find out, yeah, we found ice, and sure enough, there's microbes still living in hostile environments that we thought were never before possible. So, we seem to contradict ourselves over and over again. And the only logical explanation is that it's an active cover-up, a savage cover-up. And people may ask, well, why? Why is that? And, well, I don't want to sound preachy because we're all going to have our own opinions here. But I believe that it is an interest of not just national security, but of intergalactic security. I believe that if things were to progress too fast, it would destabilize our entire timeline, the space-time continuum.
And that's why the space people are taking and that's why the space people have a plan for it to be 2026. They've been they've been planning this for beyond time. They've been planning this forever. So they don't live in time, as you know, and everyone here knows, I've always talked about it. The space people, the higher beings of light, they don't live in time. We look at time like, when you got to go to work, you know what time it is. When I got to go to work in the morning, I know what time I have to get there. So everything is based on time. They're not just going to rush down. And there are people on here, I've seen it on Earth, they'll say, oh, why don't they come down here right now? Why aren't they not here? Why aren't they just land their ships right now? It doesn't work that way.
Right. Yeah. And that's
it's divine. It's a divine thing. They will come in 2026. They are already here, but they're gradually, like you're saying, they don't want to freak people out. They're here most times, the spaceships are actually off the coast of the Atlantic or the Indian Ocean. Any land masses around the world where there are beaches, they're not going right on top of the landmass and saying, here we are. They're trying to be very observant off the coast of the Atlantic, the big ship that's off the coast of Florida. They're not coming with the ship over Miami. They're being very diplomatic, and they're observing to make sure that people don't freak out when the contact happens. They don't want people to think that they're aggressive. They're not trying to be aggressive, but they are slowly trying to let people know that, yeah, we're here and we are here to make contact. And people need to realize that. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. And thank you for the gifts, everybody. They're here to make contact, and they're going
Right.
to do it. You know, ready or not, as I stated before, ready or not, here they are. Now, either you get it together as a human being, or maybe you don't have it together when contact happens, and that's going to be possible for some of the billions of people that are living on Earth. But people need to get their act together, and if you don't, you're going to be dealing with a lot of karma if you don't look at yourself and see who you are when the space people do land a spaceship and start walking out of their spacecraft with their spacesuits on planet Earth in a mass for the first time. And that will happen, brothers and sisters. That's going to happen.
Be ready. Be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready
Get
for
ready.
anything and everything.
Yeah.
Like I just like somebody said, in due time. So I believe the idea is growth, and to observe where things are going in the future, because these beings have accomplished time travel. Okay, and
Yeah.
that's something you can't possibly wrap a full perspective on. I mean, we're talking about some type of consciousness out there that maybe have been around forever, and that's something we can't wrap our heads around. So, to beings that live for at least 40,000, 100,000 years or so,
Yeah.
and we only live for 100 years, well, to them, we're just children. And until we
Yeah.
evolve, we're forever children to them, in a sense. Not to mean that we're, helpless, because
No, we're not.
we are connected with those that are looking out for us, and we can be quite stable when the time comes.
Yeah.
But they want to see what we can do on our own, and how little of a nudge that they need to give us in order to get things going, and to
Right.
get us developing and get us evolving, and I believe accomplish a level of divinity that has yet to be even tapped into for many people.
Yeah.
It's something I'm just barely dabbling into.
Yeah. And I know the space people above you are enjoying the show because the lights are very bright. They're staying stable. And I am aware of the consciousness through the lighting techniques of the
Right.
room. I feel that energy, so you would feel it more than I would because you're right there. But I can feel the energy is very strong. They're very close to you, and it's
Yes.
very, very strong
It's
energy.
like when the things were doing its own thing, I had to keep the lights off because it was almost like a strobe light 24/7.
Yeah, yeah, strobe light. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
and then now I kind of, to be honest, I was a little disappointed at first, because I wanted to be like, here, see, look, people, and have
Yeah,
something profound happen in order to wake us up. But the thing is
there.
um, it's it's being stable for a reason, and
Yeah, and that reason is, I think, and tell us what you think. But I think it's being stable because they feel the energy and the frequency on the show encounters here is at a very high level of frequency.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, yeah,
For anybody that are energy workers out there, the term would be used grounded. If you're very chaotic, or too idealistic, you're not realistic enough, or maybe even too realistic and not idealistic enough, then you lack grounding, and you need to you need to ground the positive with the negative, etc., in order to create a stable electrical signal. And I don't somehow this light seems to be healing itself, and so as
yeah.
I don't want to be disappointed, even though
Well,
part of me
I
is, you
think you
know
should be ecstatic that the fact that the light is stable means that the frequency of energy here is at where it needs to be. It's at a high
I feel an
frequency.
energy too.
You
Yes,
feel the energy. So,
yes,
now when they want to send a message, if they want to blink, it doesn't mean that the energy is low. If they decide to say, Commander, we're going to use the lights to send a message, they'll do it if they want to because they are independent thinkers, consciousness. They're not like an application that we tell them what to do. We don't tell any space person what to do because they're there to do what they're there to do, and the fact that they're there with you is that you are connected with them. These space people that you're eventually going to yourself meet, and they really do want you to be very focused on them and who they are, and also they will eventually give you through telepathy messages in your sleeping state through dream state. This is what I'm getting. You're going to get messages in your dream state now where they're going to give you information specifically geared towards your mission on the planet as a contactee. Does that
Absolutely.
resonate with what I'm saying? I'm just getting that for you.
I mean,
That
it
you're going
resonates with
to,
me completely.
yeah,
Completely.
yeah. See,
I don't think there's
yeah,
a thing we can disagree on there. Absolutely.
no, you're going to have that
Or
happen
in
to you.
general. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're definitely going to have those dreams. The dreams are not like when we have dreams, we talk about it on the show here. There's what you call your regular dream, like marshmallows falling into coffee, and and the coffee's dancing and smiling. That's just a regular dream. His dreams are going to be, they're going to visually communicate with him, meaning they're going to show him the inside of the ship in the dream. It won't be a dream. He'll be taken there through the dream state. Oh, because we call it a dream state. He'll be sleeping. His body will be perfectly asleep. He will travel out of his physical body into the spaceship at some point, and I think that's coming soon. That's going to be a gentle way for you to go on the ship. Your body's going to be completely relaxed, but you will be able to go into an astral traveling situation or Merkaba into their spaceship, and you will meet them. Gradually, they will show you different things that they wish you to know, and you'll bring those things back into your physical consciousness and into your physical space in your body here. But you'll be given more information, I think, when the next. Give me a moment. Within less than a month, you're going to start getting more information. You'll start having it probably tonight, little by little. But that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll take whatever progress I can get. I think
You're
we
going
all
to get it,
can.
yeah.
I think
Well,
we
you're
all
really
can.
tuned in, and you're very humble. As a friend, I know you to be very humble. There's no ego in what you're doing. Everything you're doing is for the benefit of all life forms on our planet.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I can't stress enough that ego can get in the way. The survival situations, it can bring out the best of us, it can bring out the worst of us, it can bring out both. And you never know what you're really going to do in a life-threatening situation until you're in one. And so, honestly, when whatever happens, it's definitely best to stay humble and that's just the best way to go. I mean, we've spent who knows how many lifetimes thinking that we're on top of the food chain, and then come to find out, well, now aliens are real, and well, it would appear that there is no top of the food chain. There's only the middle, and it goes on, never ending.
And there really isn't a food chain. I would say more that there's an elevation of consciousness.
That's a good
So
way to put it.
I think the space people would say, don't think of yourself as being in a food chain. What you are is you're in a conscious state where we were eons and eons ago. All the space people, all the space people were in that part of their lives eons and eons ago, and that's a long time ago,
Is that mommy?
where they evolved and quantum leaped into a Christ consciousness state. I'm talking about the very specific, the star people that are of Christ consciousness, and they elevated to that higher state, right?
Sorry, my mom's home. My dog wants to greet her. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Well,
Go say hi to mommy.
Oh,
there goes the light.
Oh, there it goes. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Hold
man.
on a second. Oh, wait a minute. Is that happening by itself?
Home, the second I open the door, it's doing its thing now. And then now it's back to normal. So
Right, it's back to normal. And we have no control of what just happened here.
no.
This is being documented. The space people turned the lights off, and I doubt they're going to turn it off again. I doubt it.
Anything can happen, but it just it would appear to be. I think that whatever is going on, it's a very sensitive element, and I think when tensions are high and we need our vibrations as high as possible, sometimes we need to be a little more secret. We need to be more covert, instead of
Yeah.
out in the open. You don't say, "Here I am, come and get me." You would go about it however you can, and sometimes that's just the way it is. So, sorry to any skeptics out there. There's nothing I can do.
It's nothing, and there's nothing you need to do. I mean,
to prove
the,
anything. That you're going to have to
the
decide for yourself what's up.
the space people just made his light go on and off by themselves, so he didn't have anything to prove. He's right there sitting below the light, and the light, when his mom came in, decided for whatever reason to go off for a moment, and then it
Yep.
went back on again. So
Yep.
there's a lot of stuff out there to watch on Facebook or whatever, but that light went on because they turned it on from the spaceship that they're on. They actually did that to the light. Now, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I'm not going to be honest and say that I know that much to know why the space people, when your mom came in, as you walked away from the light,
It makes me
did
want to
what
try
they did.
something. What if I walked back over to the light again?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh, see?
Oh,
Look, I literally, this is the door. Here's the light switch right there.
yeah,
And now
yeah.
I'm going to walk away from it.
Ah,
See, it's
uh-oh.
blinking. See?
Now it's blinking. Now he's going to sit down.
See, there's
Okay.
I think we found a portal. There's something going on here.
Okay.
There's
I
something
want
going
you
on
to
here.
I want you to keep the camera here. I want
Okay.
you to walk towards the door, and I want to see and put the camera up towards the light. Can you turn it focused up to the light more? No, the light itself, the light.
Oh.
That
Well, I wish
light.
I could. Do you want me to? Do you want me to position it over here so that way you can get an angle of both the door and the light?
Yeah, let's do that for a minute.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do here is something. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect.
Okay.
Now what
So
we're
I
gonna do
apologize
is
to
have
everybody
you.
for the flag back there.
Once you set up, I'm gonna have
Can you
sending
see?
shaman walk away from the light towards the door, and we're gonna see if the space people turn the light off.
Okay, and I'm gonna point at, in case anybody sees where I'm just gonna make sure I don't go anywhere near the light switch. Okay.
Right. There's no motion sensor. There's no motion sensor on the
Yay.
light. Oh,
Did it
there,
already?
now let's see what happens. Okay, he's right there near the door. Oh, look at that, folks.
Huh?
Stay right where you are. Let's just keep it. They seem to see, the space people are controlling the lights. He's not touching anything. Look at that. Yep.
Maybe it could be a geographical location. Perhaps there's different energy in different spots, almost like a ley line spot.
Yeah.
And now that I'm right here, it appears to be activating it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come back over there so that way we can talk because I can't.
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you. I
of
don't want
course.
to interrupt. I'm coming back
This
over
is
here.
great. This is actually wild, man. This is unbelievable. I'm telling you now. Oh, now they're just like now they're really going at it.
I mean, what is
Then
this?
Look, we don't control anything the space people do on their ship. They're now controlling the lighting. They're now doing that lighting thing again.
It kind of makes me want to go get my mom because she's only seen this on video. I haven't shown her this.
She hasn't seen this.
Yeah, she's probably really tired. She took
probably
my
tired.
she
We'll
took
leave
my
her alone.
stepdad out to dinner for his birthday.
Yeah.
So
Well, the space people are having fun here. Everyone who's ever watching this show, you're watching Encounters. We've been on since 9:15 tonight, and this is my friend Ascending Shaman. And just give your first name again for people watching the show.
yes, my name is Andrew. So
Andrew.
Yep.
Andrew's our guest, Earthwise. But now look at this. The space people are doing it again with the lighting techniques.
It makes me almost want to really try to put some energy into it and see if it'll let me do something. But
Yeah, you know what?
I don't
I think
want
the
to
most
make a
beautiful-
fool out of myself if
No, you
it
don't have
ended
to
up
do
being
that.
more like last night. But I can
No,
certainly try. I don't mind.
even last night wasn't being a fool. I think just sitting here, they're communicating with you, and their ship is outside your house, and they're communicating. Now they're solid. Now their light's blinking again. I can't believe there's not more people watching this. If you're on TikTok and you're not watching Encounters right now, you're seeing something that the space people are doing to his lights. He's not doing anything. You think there'd be like 10,000 people watching this who want proof of something happening? You think?
I know. I think for sure. I mean,
Me too. I mean,
I don't know. Anything is possible. Looks aren't always what they seem. So
yeah, and Lovely
um,
saying ETs. Yes, these are space people that are controlling his electric lights in the house. Now the lights are off. All right. Now there's no lights. Now the lights are back on again.
I can feel connection. I can definitely.
Yeah. But even Andrew doesn't have control of the situation because the space people are controlling his lighting right now.
I have influence. I don't have any control. I don't even have full control over my body. I have influence, to be honest. I mean, because
And how low, Andrew, do you think? How low are the ships? Do you think the ships? If we were to go outside, is it warm out where you are, or is it cold?
It's cool, warm during the day. But if the thing is I can't. That's a really good question. I mean, the second you open your mouth and you say something, you're activating something in them, and it's almost like you're giving them directive, and they react and respond. And I wish you guys could hear what I hear. I mean, I can try turning on the parabolic microphone. I don't know if
so
it has speakers built in it.
Let me ask. I'm gonna do something I've done on here before. I'm gonna ask them, and you don't have to do anything with your hand or anything. I'm gonna ask them this question.
Negating me again anyway.
If he goes outside, will you show your chips to our audience here on TikTok? If you will do that, please, just for sake of understanding, can you blink his light if he goes outside? If he goes outside, would you show your ship to him close enough so he can see the ship?
Please.
Would you do that?
I haven't actually been able to catch these ships on film yet. I've seen it with my own eyes, just a smidge, but they are super secretive. And honestly, I don't think I have the right equipment. I think I would need a really dense, high-speed camera and infrared stuff, for night vision. And then I think if I did some meditation, absolutely, I think we'd be able to get some amazing footage, even touchdown, because I've had contact with a third kind, and I've captured that on film as well. Actual alien contact I've captured.
Someone's asking how long it's been going on. Bonnie Ellis for about now 3 nights or 2 nights. This third night.
I'm trying to remember it. I would have to look at I want to say maybe 4.
4 nights. Okay.
Maybe it's been 3 or 4 nights, I think. But
for people watching around the world,
I posted it that day, so
and
it
Andrew
would be on my TikTok.
Andrew's in Missouri. I'm in Connecticut. We're all over the place, right? Watching him.
Yep.
So if we went out and just leave the light alone, I would say to them, because they are definitely hearing our broadcast. They can hear what we're doing. They obviously can. I mean, there's no question they can hear and I would say to them, can you hear me right now? Can you hear me speaking? Give me some sort of a sign by blinking the light if you can hear my words on your spaceship. I don't know if they can or they can't, but they obviously are able to respond to what's happening here. If you went outside for a minute, could you point your camera into the sky and see if we can get them to come closer?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to disappoint anybody, because
you're not going to disappoint anybody.
I don't have a very good camera, and so odds are what'll happen is I'll see UAPs with my naked eye, and I won't be able to get it on camera. I've had other crafts I've gotten on camera, and you can find that on my channel. But these guys right here, and whatever they're dealing with, I don't know. So here, let's.
Yeah. And you don't have to stay out there forever. We just want to see if we can do something here. And as he walks away from the light,
that'd probably be the best idea.
As he walks away from the light, let's see what happens to the light. He's walking away from the light.
Walking towards the door.
Walking towards the door.
Let's see what happens if I open the door again.
The light is still on. Oh, that's interesting.
Still on. Okay.
I think they're kind of happy you're doing that.
I mean, I don't know. They could
We'll
be.
find out.
Let's see what they're saying. I need to
So
find
the
some
light's staying
shoes.
on. Here we go. We're going to do a C5
And
here with
the
Andrew in
light's
Missouri.
still normal over there.
Yep. That light's on too.
Nothing. Okay. I'm going to put on my Crocs here.
I want us all to, who are coming on here, we're going to do a C5 on Encounters with Andrew in Missouri. We're going to see if we can get the spaceship to come closer. That's the space people that are affecting his lighting in that room. See if we can actually get a visual on their spaceship. Okay, only on Encounters will we do something like this, folks.
Another thing, too, is I'm really going to have to sit and focus a minute because for some reason, whenever it's very hard for me to hear the craft until I'm inside my home, when I'm in my sanctum. But, all right, let's see. I need to switch the camera around. So I would think they're right up there.
Yeah, definitely C5 altogether. And so's Amy, Mel, you'll be on next. Let's see here. So we're doing a C5 here on Encounters right now. We know that he's being contacted by space people through the lighting in his room. We're now going to see if we can collectively meditate.
There's
and
one.
See if we can.
We got something.
Okay, you have to switch the camera because you're on. You're not live. You're live on audio, but not on your camera.
Oh. Oh
Okay.
No! Really? So we didn't get on video?
Nope.
Oh man, I was pointing right here, and then I went, and then they popped up right there.
So let's collectively help him. So, has anyone ever done this? I'm a professional at a C5. I've been doing C5 as a coordinator here for our group in New England. So let's all focus on the space above him in Missouri, and collectively ask them to show their ship. Light or something. He has overcast skies right now, but let's see if we can get them to show their ship.
I had something shine through right here. I mean, you'd think it would be impossible, and it shined bright. We had something there, but I thought you guys were seeing it. I'm so sorry, you guys. I messed that up.
No problem. There's no mess up.
So
they're probably still there if they want to come through.
I'm going to move a little bit because I want to point at where I heard the UFO originally coming from, and that would be somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm. And so there's a thing where people can call in the spaceships. You know, there have been documented cases. What he's trying to do is he's trying to call in the spaceships.
I keep seeing them, but I'm not getting them on camera. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. And right now we're not seeing anything. If they want to show themselves, they can. We can actually call them to actually visually show themselves here, folks.
But only do if it's safe, you guys. I only want you to stay safe.
Yeah, and you know, and the thing is, when they come in,
safety first.
You want to consciously say they are Christ. If you're Christed beings of light on that ship, you can see now. There's something popping through in the sky. See the lighter part?
Oh, dang it!
You just moved the camera. Go the other way.
Go the other way.
Okay, stop right there. Right there. Stop. Okay. There's something there in the clouds. See it?
Yeah, it looks like.
It's like a very lighter part of the clouds. It's right there. Don't do anything. Don't even move. Yeah. There's something there, and it looks like it's fading out a little bit, but it's like right there. I'm looking at it through my thing here. You can't zoom in on it. Now it's fading out.
They're definitely they're appearing to me, which is weird, but they're not wanting to get on camera. They'll be just out of frame.
This one, Andrew, started moving. It was definitely there, and it faded out just like 2 seconds ago.
Okay. Maybe we can try a different spot, or maybe I should keep it in the same spot.
I'd keep it in the same spot. If they're going to show up, they're going to show up.
Do a little circle, maybe a little ritual here. Say a little prayer.
Yeah, we can just focus as a C5. One of the things I coordinate is we ask them to show themselves again. If they want to do a slightly brighter thing through the clouds, they can come through. And we just focus on one area and see if they come back in.
They keep coming in over here, over there. I keep seeing them, but then I'm afraid if I pan over this way, they're going to be right there where you told me to stay.
Yeah, I would stay right where you are. If they're going to show up, they're going to show up.
Okay.
So I think that's right. I think Lola Z, correct. If we all focus our energies on the one area of the sky, let's all focus, and we're going to do a C5 here, which we're doing.
See it? Did you guys see it? The second you said that, there was one right there, and it was moving that way. And then I got a flash over to my right again. It's gone, but it was there. I saw it on camera. Whoa, we had something moving this way fast. I don't know if you guys saw that, but you'd have to be really quick.
Yeah, this is where you're supposed. This is where they are. They're in the clouds. They're gonna come out once in a few minutes. They'll show
Great
themselves.
choice.
So just stay focused, and they have the freedom of choice to show their ships. And so I asked them to come out of the clouds a little bit so people can see them, like a bright light or something. Please come forward in Missouri to where he is. Let Andrew see you. One of your ships.
Yep, if
Let
you
us
can.
see one of the ships. I'm trying to focus on this. If we all
I saw
focus
something again.
consciousness, maybe in the cloudiness they'll come out a little bit more. But you do have overcast skies, which makes no difference. If a spaceship wants to show itself, whether it's cloudy or not, they're actually going to do that.
Yep.
And I'm looking really, really closely through your camera, as we all are, to see if there's anything there. Hetty says, I can see their energy. Does anyone else see it? And it was really interesting, Hetty, that I saw that ship when he first came out to one spot. It was moving. And it was actually, so we're staying focused on one part of the sky because I do believe that it makes no difference where you are. If they want to show up, they're going to come through.
Oh, somebody was asking about the light in my room. There's my room right there at the top window. So I haven't been paying attention to it at all. That's a good question. I think it's been stable, but I have been seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye that was brighting, but I thought it was UFOs. So
yeah.
Oh, dude! The second I
just
panned the
happened?
camera away, it did it. It blinked just like who was it? Who
Really?
said that? Who said that? Whoops.
Well, someone said, I feel energy. Elvira said,
Somebody asked about if the lights in the room were connected, and the second I panned away, it didn't do it that time because I was paying attention. Okay. But it did it. It did it. You just have to take my word for it, or don't.
Well,
Sorry.
The good news is the show's being recorded for my YouTube channel, so it'll be on there for people to examine later on. So no problem.
That's good. That's good. And I'm hoping soon I'll be in a better position to where I can start doing my meditation more often, and it will amplify the effects like crazy. And then we can get some better stuff here.
Yeah. And I guess, they're doing what they want to do. I don't see anything right now.
I'm seeing little flashes of something. There was something right there.
Right there?
It was for a split second. Yep, I'm seeing more. I'm starting to get rained on just a little bit, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't want you to stay in the rain. But we'll do this again. If you want to go back into the other, room back in the house, please do. I appreciate you going out, Andrew, to do that.
No problem. No problem. Thank you guys. It was definitely a good idea, and I didn't think I would even see anything. Unfortunately, I messed up, and I didn't get it on camera because where I was pointing at that.
You never know when it's going to happen, right? It's just one of those things, I mean.
No, it's a team effort, and it helps. We're all in this together, so it works itself out.
That's the most beautiful thing you can say. Is we're all in this together, every one of us.
That's right.
It's really good. Yeah, Hetty, I wish I saw that one point of light that I saw, but it's all documented. So what we did see on Andrew's camera, we'll be able to watch later once I get it downloaded on my YouTube. Over the weekend, I'll have everything caught up, and you'll be able to watch this show, watch the part where he was outside, and if you want to take a look and make notes of anything you did see, please do. Well, I'll tell you, Andrew, I want to thank you, man, for coming on here. I'll let you. Oops. I want to thank you, man, for going outside. I want to thank you for coming on here. I want to thank the space people that are using your lights in the room for being here with you. That you are having true documentation with the space people. So many blessings to you, brother. You're doing some great work.
Thank you. You as well. I don't think I would be as helpful or as uplifted if it wasn't for your help, because you are true at your word. You're a commander, and you get stuff moving, you get stuff happening. So anybody out there that knows somebody that's going through some trouble of any kind, everything is interconnected. That's all I can say. So reach out, and he will call upon the Ashtar Command, and they will do what they can. And for me, they made a great difference. So I am forever in your debt. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to help the whole world. And that's why now, because I'm fully awakened and my space family has helped me through the years, I am fully activated. I bust the matrix. I don't take anything. If people go after people, I don't accept that. I'm a space person. We don't do that on our planet, so we don't expect that to be on the planet Earth. And we're going to bust the matrix. And I also encourage people to join me Saturday night, because that's Ashtar Command Night, and we are going to bust the matrix with new information. We're going to talk about things about transformation, about our space people, what they're doing on Earth, and about taking the negative ETs off the planet, all that stuff. So, and I know, Andrew, you'll probably be there hanging out too if you have the chance.
Oh man, hallelujah! I'll be there, brother. I'll be there.
All right, man. I want to thank you for being here. I have somebody on queue. Thank you for waiting so long on the queue. I'm going to bring them up. And Andrew, thank you so much for being on the show again.
Thank you. God bless. Take care, everybody.
All right. And we're going to bring the next person up here. And I know I'm going to probably mess the name up. I think it's Sami, I think. I know I got it wrong. There you go. Let's hope they're still there. We can get them online on the. Hey, good evening.
Hi, hello.
How you doing?
Sozaime. Good, I'm wonderful.
Okay,
Sozaime, it means Oh yeah.
Samaye. Okay, am I pronouncing it Samaye?
Sozaime.
Sozaime. Okay. Sozaime. Can I bring? Oh, there you go. How you doing, brother?
Hello, I'm wonderful. If I live in a city, so if the road sound is too much, just let me know.
Okay. No problem. So tell us about yourself, with all the stuff we've been doing on here tonight, and give us some background about what you've been going through, because I feel you've had some things on the cosmic level you'd like to share.
Right. Well, I've been on here before.
Yeah, I know you have. Yeah.
Yeah, the orange Subarus and just kind of the physical initiation into the galactic world, I guess, which is, I'm gonna move inside because I feel like
there's a little bit of noise going on there.
Yeah, we're gonna have a problem out here. But so no, I talked about my initiation into the galactic world and how that kind of, and how I was told who I was and realized exactly what's going on this planet. And it's kind of funny, but at this point, I'm not given any more information. I'm kind of cut off from what's going on. So it's kind of interesting. But I would love to talk about, any experiences or anything that would better suit your audience,
Well, how do you think, and I'm here to help you out. So you might be cut off right now, but um, you also can take the time through inner reflection and meditation to the ohms and the you, which are the most powerful words of in meditation, to take a focus. So one of the things maybe to help you out would be to have you reconnect. Maybe you're needing to reconnect, or not needing, but maybe you're now ready to go to a different level of connection. Maybe you fulfilled that connection. That's why it's not happening. You see what I mean? So maybe you're going to be going to another connection, but you're not yet knowing what that connection is. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. No, no, that makes sense. There's a general purpose of peace, love, and goal for like expanding the humanity, right? And
Mm-hmm.
growing the consciousness of people around us without force, without just by example, correct? Like just by,
Right.
you know. So that's pretty much been the only thing I've been given, and I've been just kind of waiting for other directives, other like.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to help you here. This is interesting. I'm getting information from the Astro Command right now. I want to do something that's going to help you activate your dream state tonight, which will be your cosmic state. Um, so if you will sit down somewhere, you're in your whatever. I'm going to help you actually get reconnected, but on another level. How would you like that? Yeah. And so this is going to be what'll happen is when you go to sleep tonight, that's when the activation will occur. So all I'm going to do is have you. Whoops,
Oops, sorry.
that's all right. So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to clear your consciousness. I want you to relax. And when you're relaxed, I want you to breathe in deeply and then breathe out of your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. So I want to explain to people watching the show what I'm doing. I'm now operating in my space consciousness. What I'm going to do is help him go to the next level of interaction. I'm going to unblock him. There's been a little bit of blockage there. We're going to unblock him, and he'll be able tonight in his dream state have a galactic Christ conscious experience. Excuse me. I still have some apple cider. Let me do this before I start talking.
I got you.
All right. So as you're relaxing, I want you to breathe in and breathe out of your nostrils a few times. When you're relaxed, let me know. And what we're going to do is activate your consciousness to a galactic level in your dream state. And when we do that, tonight will be another activation that will happen, and you'll be able to slowly start having interactions with your star family. You need to keep your eyes closed because they're kind of open. So as you keep your eyes closed, relax. Allow yourself to totally relax. And I'm going to close my eyes for a minute. This will only take maybe a few minutes to do what I'm doing. I'm going to work on what I usually do with my palm of my hands. This time, I'm using the palm of my hands and my light energy to activate him. And in a minute, he's going to feel the energy coming from me. I now feel the aura around his head. That's how it always works with me. And in a minute, he's going to feel a warm energy coming around his head right now. When you feel that energy, let me know. I can see he's already feeling it. And what I'm going to do, keep your eyes closed, please. I'm going to activate his consciousness to a galactic conscious level. He's ready. This human being is ready to be activated. Understand, I am operating my space consciousness to do this. I'm activating, unblocking any blockage. When he goes to sleep tonight, he will have his first cosmic dream on this specific level of consciousness. When he goes to sleep tonight, he will travel and meet his space family. He has not met his space family yet. He will meet his space family tonight when he goes to sleep. In a moment, I'm going to give you a brief visual. Allow yourself to relax. Turn your brain off. Don't let your brain interfere with what I'm doing. Shut your brain down completely. And what we're going to do is show you a picture of where they are. For just a brief moment in time, you're going to see where they are. You're going to visually see who they are for a moment. When you go to sleep tonight, you'll be able to travel to where they are. And when you see them, we're now going to activate that conscious part. Take your time. When you see them, tell me that you see them. They're very beautiful people. When you see them, and you will see them, let go, let go, let go. You'll see them. As we unblock your consciousness, you will see them.
Mm-hmm. It keeps getting interfered with.
Yeah,
I see.
we're taking.
I can see like little bits and pieces of their faces, but
Yeah,
it keeps getting
we're
interrupted by
taking that away.
it might be
Relax.
in the city. It might be all the EMFs around here.
No, we'll take care of that. We're gonna protect you from the MF, the frequency interference. Keep your eyes closed. Just focus on what you did see. The little bits and pieces. Just focus on the little bits and pieces. Don't focus on anything else. Don't let your mind interfere about the EMF or anything. Just focus on them. We're going to clear the energies and protect you. Clear the energies and protect you.
I see them. It's multiple beings.
Just focus on the multiple beings. Don't worry about anything else. We're taking care of that. You just focus on them. I'm going to take care of the other stuff. Just focus, focus, focus on them. They want you to focus on them. That's all they want you to do. They've been waiting to see you for a long time. They are your cosmic family, so to speak. Just focus on the beauty of who they are. And they are beautiful. Just focus on the beauty of who they are.
It's familiar. I've seen them before. I painted.
They know you. They know who you are. They're going to come in stronger now. They can penetrate any energy on the planet. They're going to come in stronger into your consciousness now. In just a moment. And tonight they will speak to you telepathically. They will speak to you.
I
Just
did not
focus.
feel that.
Don't worry about anything else. Just focus. Just focus. You're doing just fine, brother. Just focus. And they love you. They love you very much. I'm amping up the energy of light into your consciousness, into your brain, into your consciousness. I'm amping it up more. You can open your eyes if you want to.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. I just want to do that for a few minutes to give you a taste of who they are. Did you see them for a little bit? You
Very
did.
so briefly, but when I did, I recognized them so well
Yeah.
because I did paint. I had many meditations before of these same beings and did paintings of them. So, um,
Yeah, they're going to
I,
come in clearer tonight. When you go dreaming, Don't worry about EMF or anything like that. The brain distracts you and wants you to say, "Oh, but what about the EMF?" Forget about all that stuff. You have control of your consciousness.
I
Always
agree.
remember that.
Okay. Okay. I will. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you came on. Yes, I knew there was something I was supposed to do for you, and
There
that
was
was
something
it.
where, yeah, yeah. I was like coming on, like thinking I was gonna share something, but no, that was
That's my
excellent.
gift to you. That's my gift to you, brother. You
Thank you,
know,
man. Yes.
namaste.
Namaste. Sawadika. Kapkunka. Ashe. Oh.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to bring him down and practice those and allow yourself to go into those dream states through maybe 15 minutes of meditation before you go to sleep. Get yourself in that conscious state. And then when you go to sleep, tell them that it's okay, that they can now communicate with you. And in the astral projection, you can leave your body and your body will be perfectly safe in your bed. You will just physically meet with them in that state
Body
of cosmic dream.
will
Yep.
come.
Yep.
Or-
All right,
yeah.
brother. Thank you. All right,
Thank
we're
you.
going to bring him down and let's see what's going on here. Let's do this. So that's one of the other things I do. Don't all the time. Hey, Darren, good to see you. I helped him, and he will be able to sleep tonight and go through dream state to make contact with his space family. Oh, interesting sending. So my being here on Earth has many different dimensions, and my show here has evolved to many different frequencies of light. And we're here to bust the matrix, talk about disclosure, help people, take out implants and destroy them, have people who are being contacted with space people come on the show. And we do it all here. Yeah, definitely did. Thank you, Hetty. Oh, thank you for joining in on that. I appreciate that. And Hetty is one of our great moderators on our show. I appreciate that. And it's getting near 1 o'clock. I've been on here since 9:15 tonight. I might do one more interview. Excuse me. I'm just glad the weekend is here. I'm really glad the weekend is here. It's been a long week for everybody, I think. You know, just glad you're all here. I'm thinking I have all these wonderful cosmic books. I actually, here's something. So this is from 2004, and let me see. Oh, here I am. You want to see me here? I'm going to show you a picture of me in Sedona Journal in the predictions book. I'm going to read something to you. This is amazing. Okay. Um, if you can pull out my picture, I am in here. Can you see me? Can anybody see the commander? Tell me if you see me. Just so you know, I tell the truth. This was published in 2004. That's me. I wrote for Sedona Journal of Emergence, and this is Sedona Journal. This was the 2004 and you. So I'm going to go to my writing, and what I told, let's see, CmdrAleon. Aleon, Commander Ashtar of the Ashtar Command. I talked about the future of Earth. And I'm going, that was back in 2004. And let me see here, where am I? Let me see if I can find my writing in here. Oh, here it is. I'm going to read this. This is something I wrote for Sedona Journal. The Future of Earth 2000. This is in 2004 I wrote this. Greetings to all of the planet Earth from the Ashtar Command and the Brotherhood and Sisterhood of Light. As you're aware, a blackout affected your northeast United States and part of Canada in the summer of 2003. This is back then. Certain ones within your media and government were aware that something would probably occur August 14th, 2003 at about 4:10 p.m. Eastern, Earth time. We will tell you it was not a lightning strike, not an overload of your system. It was instead the beginning of the collapse of the third dimensional way of living and thinking. The system is now fast becoming obsolete, for it is selfish and unjust, causing suffering for countless millions of innocent people. The power outage provided an opportunity for humanity to focus on what is important, to reconnect to a community of understanding of one another, to look at one another and see that what you think is important is not that important on a larger scale. A heavily populated area that was affected sent a message to the citizens and leaders alike to wake up and rethink the system in which they are now operating, to see indeed the great changes that are upon you. This is also a wake-up call to all the light workers on planet Earth, a signal to be ready to assist during these cosmic changes. In truth, new consciousness is unfolding that will transform humans' understanding of themselves and how they live on Earth. The electromagnetic grid is transforming to support new forms of energy that will increasingly discover, and this will be to the betterment of all. This power outage was one of a series of events that will have those of Earth's current structures looking for a good answer for what happened. But there is not one answer they could think of that is a truth. One with the people. Okay, here. When the next event happens, be assured that we are one with the people of Earth always. Blessings in the light of the most radiant one. I am Ashtar. So I was a telepathic communicator for Ashtar back in 2003-4. I'm reading from Sedona Journal, just to make you realize that I wrote for them for several years. Here's my picture amongst many. Oh, you're married to. So I'm going to read the rest of this. And I wrote this thing, Observations from the Martian Perspective. So I wrote an article here for Sedona Journal in 2004 for their book, Observations from the Martian Perspective. When you read this, Mars will have passed closer to Earth, this is back in 2004, than it has in more than 60,000 years. There is a direct connection between Mars and Earth. Those who are on Mars were looking at you from within the planet to observe humanity's transformation. A dimensional shift happened on August 27th, 2003, a sign of the future. Once Mars had gone past your Earth, a lifting of vibrational frequencies occurred to all of humanity. The higher dimensional beings living on Mars now and all other planetary servers planetary servers of Christ and the light came to witness this event and to see how mass consciousness would be affected. Hold on a minute. I need to drink something. This was in 2004. I'm going to read the rest of this for you here. Excuse me. Once Mars had gone past your Earth, a lifting in vibrational frequency occurred to all humanity. The higher dimensional beings living on Mars now and all other planetary systems, servers of Christ and the light, came to witness this event and to see how mass consciousness would be affected. Consciousness on Earth has been and will continue to be affected, and so will the occupants of Mars in the inner levels of the planet below the surface. Mars is a planet teeming with life beneath its surface. It is an intergalactic base for multidimensional beings from higher dimensional worlds. Many who are presently there are not from that orb. Many Martians embodied here also for the event that will transform Earth. I'm reading this from the Predictions book published by Sedona Journal of Emergence, which I wrote for several years. This is in 2004, a message I presented to the book. Man-made government, the last stand. In 2004, we will see the last leg man-made systems of elections. A new governing system will come into place by 2012. And that might have been on a different timeline. It will represent the new consciousness of humans and their place within the galactic planetary confederations of universal peace, brotherhood, and sisterhood. The ways of power shall be completely changed upon this planet. In the future, there will be no need for a figurehead, president, Congress, or Senate, as you understand governing to be. This is the way of the old consciousness, the old frequency of humanity. Power structures were not created for the people, but for those who hunger for control of all the Earth's resources, including humans. Humanity has enjoyed great power on this orb. Now the power is taken away, and people will look inwardly for answers. They will see the cosmic changes are a divine plan beyond their control. Many are running for office against your current leaders of the United States. This will be the final election. The corruption within will come to a head for him shortly in your time and space. So these were predictions of what we saw in 2003, 2004 happening to the planet. And as everything goes, the times shift. Everything shifts, right? A new energy source. The most recent power outage was also a way to show those in control of electricity and fuels on your orb that it's time for a new energy to come into existence. The holding on to the present technology will see that an abundance of new energy is available that will free humanity from the old ways of energy usage upon your world. Once this new energy is in place, you will even eventually have free energy available around the planet. In our worlds, energy is free for all beings. On all the planetary worlds beyond Earth, this shall be the way of things on your planet. Whoops. Those in power will try to keep the control of energy, but this will be impossible as humans see through the lies and deceptions they have lived under. The use of Tesla energy will be introduced within the next 10 years. Travel as you know it. Now again, understand this is the 2004 timeline. Traveling from place to place will be changing. New methods of travel, both on and off the planet, will be introduced. Vehicles you drive on the surface world will be powered by a clean energy system within the next 5 years. Again, this was a prediction. Many on your orb will see that traveling will be different, and the former ways of traveling will be extinct. Space travel will eventually be allowed beyond this galaxy. When the Earth has passed its changes that you are now experiencing, and humanity has shifted into a higher consciousness. And let me see here. Okay. Final part. Yeah, so that's basically it. I wanted to share, that's an old book that was published by Sedona Journal, and there were a number of people in their predictions book that had predictions then. So the timelines have definitely changed since 2003, 2004. And I used to write for Sedona Journal for about several years. It's a great magazine. But I wrote information that was communicated telepathically to me. And I'm really glad, Hetty, I shared it. I have a lot of things that if I find any, I have a lot of the older publications of Sedona Journal that I kept that I wrote for each month. So I might share some other things I wrote. This is, I've written many things, Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. We hit our goal. We're at 153,000. We're going to 1 o'clock. This is the longest show I've done, I think. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have my friend April, Friends with Furry, joining me. And she's been doing a lot of mission work, going off planet a lot. And that takes a lot of energy and time out of a human being. But we will be on together tomorrow night. And we'll be, like I said, our space family does watch the show. They watch it from a spaceship. and they watch us when we're live, and that happens continually. And I can always sense when they're here watching us. So yeah. A Space Force came out and said we already have free energy and time travel. Interesting. Somebody leaked something. Where did I see this? There's something I saw that was leaked out. Yeah, it was leaked out on the news. They were saying that we have the ability to do all these different things. I can't remember where the video is. I'll have to find it. But you have to understand, for over 70 years on this planet since I was a kid, if you don't think that we already had the ability to do things in the 1960s or 70s with reverse engineer technology, with other types of energy regarding things, we do have the ability to do different things. But in terms of doing what the space people do, we are still somewhat limited in certain ways that go way beyond. But it's interesting. There's some guy who started leaking information out, it seems. I don't remember. I saw it today, and I saw it today, I believe. So it was sometime earlier. I was working in between work. I think I saw it on. I think I saw it on TikTok. I'll be late. I'm going to planetarium. Well, that should be good. Jersey for Life. That should be a lot of fun. I went to the planetarium in New York City when I was a kid, and that was the best thing ever. Best thing ever. It's all over X. I do have X. I'll have to check that out. I saw it on TikTok, I think, too. I'll have to check that out. Well, folks, it is getting kind of. Hey, Pink, thank you so much for the gifts. Everybody, thank you for your gifts, your support. Always operate and walk in love wherever you go, wherever people you see, wherever it is, whether it's on social media, whether it's in the street. Always be kind and loving to every single person, because that's the way the space people are going to communicate with us. They want to see you in the highest light, in the highest vibration. They want to see us all live in blessed love here. He was a Space Force person, plus White House confirmed. Yeah, I think I saw something about that. That would be considered a revelation, considering 70 years of cover-up, All right, folks, I think it's time for me to wind down the show. Please follow me. If you're not following me, please follow me. If you're a new person, press the follow button. It's the red button. Go to my link for my YouTube channel, subscribe, and also press the like button, too. All right. So we're going to have a great show tomorrow night. I'm going to get some sleep. I want to thank you all for being here. Hetty, everybody, thanks for doing what you do. And we'll be back tomorrow night and probably at 11 at our normal time, which is scheduled. Good night, everybody. Armando, no, we'll have to talk about that, But I'm gonna call it a night here. So take care, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Raining or not, just enjoy your weekend. Take care.